Hello, motherfuckers. It's Sunday, and we're here, Pantelis Live at 4 p.m. as usual. Welcome to church.
All right, that's terrible. It's Wednesday evening, Poseidon.
It is?
Welcome, everybody. Pantelis Live. Welcome to church. Hopefully, you all got to pray this morning. I was playing Resident Evil Village all morning. I made it very far in the game. We're going to talk about it in a bit. Viron is in studio. He had fun on the last episode of In Bed with Poseidon, and he said, I got to get my podcast on a little bit longer this week. So he's in here with us. Poseidon may look different to you guys this afternoon, and it's because he got yelled at right before we started this show. He was verbally abused by me, and it shows in his face.
I wouldn't call that verbal abuse.
Well, I wouldn't call it verbal abuse either. We basically just told him that he's got to start promoting his own shows and working on his own stuff. He doesn't do any. He just expects everyone to do it. So he got yelled at. That's why he looks different. But he's going to be fine. Poseidon, you motivated?
Yes.
Get out.
Hashtag Je suis Poseidon.
Yeah. No, he's good.
Up the point.
Speaking of podcasts and Poseidon, the Couple Ouverte episode of Poseidon being on that show just dropped this week for everyone on YouTube, and there's a lot of excitement on the internet. I've been getting messages about it. I have shared it myself. You see how that works? And people really enjoyed it. The only comments I saw that made me laugh was like, how much do we know is true?
Yeah.
Which was funny to me as well.
Yeah. Guido's not dead. They're saying rest in peace, Guido. He is alive and
alive
well.
now.
Well is the I guess overstatement in the situation. But he'll be back. Don't you worry. There will be a new episode of The Intellectuals coming out whenever it comes out. Whenever he's free, we'll do another episode.
Yeah.
George is here. Happy Sunday. Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone. And I want to tell you guys, I wish all your mothers that you post on Instagram that don't have Instagram accounts, happy Mother's Day. Because obviously you did it for your mothers who are not on Instagram and are going to see that post. So good job, guys. Poseidon, no? Poseidon's like,
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. I called my brother today. Actually, he called me. So as a joke, I say, hey, happy Mother's Day for your mother. This is what my brother tells me. Why don't you shut the fuck up? He goes, every day is Mother's Day. He goes, don't fucking give me that bullshit.
Every day is not Mother's Day.
Every day is Mother's Day.
Yeah, hashtag free Guido. We'll get into that when he gets back on the Intellectuals. He can tell us the whole story. The saga, if
It's
you will,
difficult.
is insane. The whole Guido. Oh yeah, what is that? Alexandro Pantelis Limo Gremo. I don't know what that means, but he just reminded me of limo. And that, oh dude, I yelled yesterday at the limo guys. God damn, you remember that shit? You remember that shit, bro?
Bruh, yeah.
A lot of excuses. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time. Because I just realized that then we're going to have to tell all kinds of fucking stories, and then we're never going to do a goddamn episode.
Did you just catch him at the end? Did you ever find him?
Yeah. Actually, the other guy came back after. And then the boss called me, and he was he was apologizing. He's like, yo, they're both retards. But the other one is a real big retard. And I go, it's not my fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's like his excuse.
Yeah, it's like his excuse.
It's your people. You should manage them.
That's exactly what I said. What the fuck is my problem? I don't know.
What are you calling me?
Yeah,
to
you
cry
run
about?
the business.
You're crying to me about your people?
Like, for example, I told him, my employee, Poseidon, also a retard. I don't put that on you. I have to deal with that shit every day. I don't go around telling people, well, he's special.
Not just you, the whole internet has
It is what it is. But we forgot to say hi. Anik is here. Michelle is here. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Gapes. Gapes, you will not see him too many memes happening until November. He's got a movie deal. He's working on a big film up until then. Nice. So congrats to Big Gapes doing the big business.
Yeah.
In case you guys don't see him, he is not dead. He is a hard working man. So Christine is here. Amelie's here. Marie-Renee Couture is here. Silver and Gold. We haven't seen Silver and Gold in a while.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Flam. Who else? Jessarel, all the way from Australia. Jean-Sébastien Dupuis. I saw Chantal was here too. Chantal joined the YouTube Mafia right before we started.
Chantal?
Yeah, Trey Cool is here. Vic Venom. All right, we got people. We got people in the chat. So I was playing Resident Evil. I got the new Village. And we'll say one thing. It's Resident Evil 8, but really it's Resident Evil 4 and 7 mixed together. That's the best way I could describe it. You ever played Resident Evil 4?
No.
The one in that village?
No.
In Spain or whatever? No? Okay. Well, that. You play Resident Evil 7? Biohazard?
No.
No? Okay, this is a weird conversation.
I've played 2.
But I feel what you mean. It's just like a mismatch of both.
It's a mixed match of both, and they said we didn't make it as scary because we got too many complaints because of Resident Evil 7. It was too scary. It was a scary game. It was creepy, but I was
But what a
fucking
weird.
But what a thing to say it's too scary. Like, isn't that the goal of a scary game?
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Like, a lot of younger kids play these games, even though they're not supposed to, right? Because there's always that rating of the age.
Yeah, yeah.
I think kids are probably fucking waking up in the middle of the night screamking in terror, and their parents are like, "Oh,
But that's their fault. That's
their parents' fault.
their parent. But you don't go to an action movie. You're like, there's too much action. I can't watch the second one. What kind of action movie has that much action? So I was like, what? That's not a good excuse. However, this also is creepy. But this one I think is more over. Like, the game's fucking insane. Like, people have been watching the trailers for a while of like the new Resident Evil, and the demos came out and stuff. But an hour and a half into the game, you're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it starts with one thing and it's gone to something completely different. Like, it's completely insane.
Really?
Yeah. If I fought a vampire woman who's
Okay, so you met
15 foot.
You met the big vampire bitch.
Did I meet her? Bro, I killed her 3 daughters and her.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And then I thought the game was over.
But did you fuck?
It wasn't over. Yeah, we had sex. But the game wasn't over. There's so much more. And she turned into a dragon type thing. Bro, the game's fucking insane.
Oh my god!
Completely insane. Yeah.
I feel
a lot
like
of fun.
playing this now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. First person. Captain YOLO just dropped $10 into the super chat. He says coffee is on him for all 3 of us. It was actually on Poseidon today. Poseidon got the coffees. Yeah. Thank you, Poseidon. Tomorrow's are paid for by YOLO. Yeah, we got to pre-record 2-drink minimum this week. I think we're going to do tomorrow. Mike's going to be in studio because Mike wants to go to the country house. So it'll be a fun episode. The 3 of us haven't been in a room together ever since Poseidon's allegations were dropped. Yeah. So it's been it's been a minute. Yo, I saw a lot of people outside. Driving on, people are.
Bro, the traffic the last 2 days has been unreal, and I mean it from. It's the weekend, and we're still kind of under lockdown situation. Like yesterday, when I had to come meet you for no apparent reason, what would have been a 15-minute drive ended up taking like an hour.
Well, we didn't know though. In our defense, we did not know it was going to take that long.
No, but it also coming here today, I was like every street I took was just jammed. Like I think, it's just extremely busy out there.
Yeah, yesterday too, I broke all kinds of laws driving.
Well, yesterday I saw it was Sotir that I saw outside of my mom's place, and he's like, it took me. He goes, normally every Saturday, bro. He goes, every Saturday it takes me 15 minutes. He goes somewhere every Saturday to get some stuff. And then I was like, okay. He goes, bro, I was there for like an hour. He goes, like the 40 and the 15 where they meet. He goes, it's completely, it's just a parking lot.
Doesn't he walk everywhere?
They were, but he has to pick stuff up. They had to buy shit. So it was lanes were closed. They were doing construction. They were rerouting. It was fucking anarchy yesterday.
There's massive construction everywhere.
Oh shit! Marie Renee says that Sherbrooke is going back to red zone. I thought we were over that red zone shit.
No, we're still in the red zone.
We're orange.
No, we're red.
No, we're red.
No,
really?
Yeah. What happens is, I think they're trying to, what happened was, so they were bouncing between, let's say, like colors, right? So red, orange, yellow, or whatever the fuck it was, and now they're just trying to trick people. So like, okay, we're putting the curfew back to 8 or 9:30. So people are like, oh, we're no longer red. No, we're still in the red. They're just changing the rules of what red is.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. They're just
if it's orange, Michelle goes, the restaurants are allowed to be open.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We're still in a red zone. I mean, they're really gunning to open for Saint-Jean-Baptiste.
Yeah.
I think that's because that's what they did last year, right? Last year was the same thing. And then they're like, oh, because it's the Fête Nationale. And obviously, so the Souveraineté. So they're really, really trying to open up for Saint-Jean-Baptiste. And,
did Legault know about this? You think he knew about this before Foresight? Because I heard that one time he had said that the problem is the colors. You think this is what he meant? That it just, maybe misunderstood what this guy was saying.
99% of the province misunderstood.
Southern Gold dropped $10 in the chat. He says donuts on him.
Oh,
tomorrow
shit.
you're gonna bring donuts in. Mike, could eat Mike, as long as there's no milk. That's what we have to watch out for. When we get desserts for Mike, we have to make sure they're vegan.
Okay.
Yeah. But he handles sugar. That's not a problem.
I don't know
the
how it
diabetics
works.
can have the sugar, right?
No.
I think I've given Mike a lot of treats.
Wait, he's diabetic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've gotten him.
That's why we avoided having him in studio for the longest time until now we got vaccinated because we don't. If I die or Poseidon dies, the show goes on. If Mike dies, the show doesn't go on.
No, but you've gotten him vegan stuff.
Always vegan stuff.
Yeah, there you go. So I think that's different.
But I've gotten him treats. Like I've got treats, like sweets. Treats. I'm taking my dog. Sweets. Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I'm not a doctor, so.
There's a new donut shop on Bernard by
Bernie.
Greeks is what Captain YOLO says. What's it called?
Bernie Donuts.
Yeah.
They're Bernie Bang.
Bernie Bang.
Really? Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
Actually, it's a local boy from Park X, Dean Yanaraki, who opened it.
That sounds familiar.
He's a local Park X boy. I'm sure you've seen him, and he's always been in the restaurant industry. And he opened it a few, I think last weekend was a soft opening and this weekend is another soft opening. They're gunning for the official opening on the 13th.
It's a good business decision during the time when all the restaurants are closed.
You know what? I passed by yesterday with the wife after I met you for no apparent reason.
Wait, hold on. But they can drive by and do pickups and deliveries, no?
Well, yeah,
so the guy's fine,
and
bro.
Uber
No,
Eats,
so
I
that's
think,
the
too.
point. So after I met you for no apparent reason yesterday,
Stop saying that.
we passed by with the wife. We swung by there. We got some coffees on the plateau. And it was actually busy. There was a lineup around the street. So I haven't tried them just because I didn't feel like waiting like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah. Like
Can you
sometimes-
Uber Eats them?
I don't know. I don't think so. He's too new.
Let's see. Mike Ward was one of Crowder's influences when Crowder grew up here in Quebec. Dude, Mike is most so many artists, comedians influence here. Like that's the issue I have when I bring on guests. Well, it's not a bad issue, but they always have a Mike story or like even like when Hélène came and she went crazy for Mike. He had 2 guests last week on his show. One of them was showing her ass just for Mike.
Of course.
Mike's built a religion in Quebec, basically. Yeah, it's the cult of having fun.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
it.
get down with that.
It's a good cult, yeah. Captain, I hope you like your Tim Tams and wish one you have the dirt. Look, man, I'm gonna fucking flip this goddamn table. All right, I'm gonna stop reading these messages if people don't start making sense. Marie Renee. So fuck, they're gonna go back to the red zone. So that means that we're still shifting colors. I thought we were all slowly tearing toward the green.
No, I don't even think green is a color, first of all. And B, no, it's not happening.
Well, that's
It's-
debatable. I believe green is a color.
well, green in
Retort.
in the spectrum of colors. Yes, it's a color. I don't know what the fuck their chart is, but
I think they're just trying to fuck with us.
no, you know what? It just proves that they mismanaged the situation, like we said countless times from the beginning. They're trying to rectify their mistakes. They're trying to cover up the mistakes they did, and they're not doing anything fully. And zones are just coming in and out of this color code. Like everybody's fed up at this point. It's just because they said, "Oh, if you're from one color zone, you can't go to another color zone," which is bullshit. Because I see people all the time, and the craziest thing is that they have the audacity to post about it, right? So they go from orange zone to red zone, or you have people coming in from Toronto or Ontario into Quebec, which they're not supposed to because apparently there's border patrol, and people are saying like, bro, it's bullshit. Like the cops don't even enforce it. They just ask you like a simple question. You just gotta say like, I'm visiting my dying grandfather.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? I'll tell you no.
They're gonna be like, "Well, we're gonna take care of that right quick. It's not dying anymore."
They're gonna tail you all the way to the funeral home.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I honestly I don't know what to say because I saw New York is preparing to open up in July, and then by September 1st, even Broadway's fully open.
Really? Was it Texas or Florida? One of them opened up completely, no? Like
Oh yeah,
last
Florida.
week.
Dude, Texas doesn't give a fuck.
Well, Florida never shut down to begin with.
Bro, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, Florida. What's funny is that people around the world are like, "Oh my God, we're dying," and Florida's like this the whole time. What's going on out there?
Did you guys notice it's usually the other way around? Everyone just sipping, staring at
Watching Florida go crazy. Yeah, this
But
year it's
this year
literally
was all the
everybody's
opposite, bro.
oh my God, they're dying, they're dying. Florida's like, what's happening, guys?
Florida's been the most normal for the last year. Like
Yeah.
Florida man fights crocodile naked. That's completely normal news.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys want to visit Miami, or is that a thing right now? Like it's just.
Oh, the world's been bananas.
So again, none of this makes sense to me, which is why I don't know how to tell people how to live their lives. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the fuck's going on, bro. Just be safe. That's it.
Yeah.
Be safe. Oh, that's the best. I saw an email go by. Our boy Jiggity George Chandrizos of In Bed, not In Bed Poseidon, of the morning show fame. I was gonna say just as dads, and I was gonna mix it with In Bed, but it was gonna sound like a pedophile show.
In beds with dads.
So it wasn't, that's why halfway through I was like, "Don't say it, bro. You're gonna make him look like a weirdo."
our dad's in bed filling our holes.
Yeah, it would have been weird. But yeah, I saw an email go through. He did the introduction with a former mayor trying to be new mayor.
Coder.
Yeah, for him to come on the show so we can ask the hard-hitting questions.
Oh shit.
See, yeah, will we make him win the election, or will he say things that are completely wrong and then he will lose it? Who knows?
Is there anything really wrong to say now, though?
Yeah. Like, I agree with the bike lady. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, I don't think he agrees with her, though. But you know what's always hard is when you're, like, nobody wants, in reality, it's just because he's the only option. Nobody really wants a guy that you already got rid of to come back in. You want someone new, fresh, but there's no one that has the time that wants to do this shit.
Nobody wants a responsibility, I think.
He's the lesser of two evils, and B, like I was.
But they're both garbage. That's the truth.
But I think he's the lesser of two. Like he's less retarded.
I don't even think either of them is evil. These two. I think one is that she's in over her head, so she's very ideological. She thinks ideologically this is what I want. It just doesn't work fiscally, let's say. And him, it's just more of a pride thing. Like I'm the mayor. I love being the mayor. Like he's one of those guys. But neither of them is evil. They're just dumb. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I think she's more dumb than he is, though, because of the ideology. Like his biggest thing would be like corruption, and he stole money, like every politician. Whereas
I don't think he stole. I think his son had a credit card scam go happening.
Yeah, his
whatever.
Yeah.
But she's again, it's like that.
He
ideology,
wasted money.
But
$2 million for lights on a bridge and shit.
And it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's build all this infrastructure for bicycles, which we can't use for 6 months out of the year because there's this thing called fucking snow. Like, you see again, I'm saying it's like, yeah, okay, the ideology we understand, but sometimes it doesn't play out well. Like Marxism didn't really play out well in the USSR, communist Russia or whatever.
It doesn't play out any. Oh shit! Somebody's gonna bring. I didn't even look it up. Somebody told me yesterday. Who the fuck was talking to me yesterday? And they told me that in Colombia. No, you didn't talk about Colombia.
Oh,
It was you.
no, but I know what you're talking
Someone
about.
told me that apparently in Colombia they were walking around just shooting everyone.
Yes.
Like the
yes.
government's like, yo, just start shooting people.
Oh yeah,
The protests, yeah.
Oh, it was protesters.
Yeah, they were just shooting protesters. I think, look, last time I checked, it was 19 dead, over 800 injured.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, they should have fired.
But not
800
shooting,
injured.
yeah, not shooting with rubber bullets, live ammunition.
Yeah, we understood. No one thought it was rubber bullets. We said they shot them to death. We got it.
Yeah, I don't know why I had to specify. But anyways,
Obviously they're protesting against the government because of the corruption and.
Yeah, someone told me this
corruption.
yesterday. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah.
I don't know, but it wasn't me. I didn't tell you this, I think.
No, it wasn't 100% sure. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
Holy shit! But
yeah.
you know how fucked up that is.
Very.
You know what's
God
more
damn.
fucked up in a country that produces so much cocaine and so much money that people live so poorly?
Well, there are many answers to that. I mean, we produce a lot here in Quebec too, and we're highly indebted, and we have the highest taxation rate in North America. So it doesn't mean because you're making money or paying money that it's going to the right places.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. Yeah. So
It's a natural resource of Colombia, cocaine. What do you guys do? Water,
that's
iron,
fucked, bro. Like that's when you've had enough of the protests. Like just shooting into. Like that's when there needs to be a revolution. If you're shooting at protesters, you're murdering. That's crazy.
But herein lies the question: are people in Colombia? I mean, obviously, I'm sure a lot of them have weapons, whether legal or illegal. Are they allowed to carry weapons in Colombia? Like, how is the constitution?
Oh, you mean how would they be able to fight back against the military?
Right. If you're getting shot at point blank range in the street, what are you gonna do? Hit the guy with a broom?
But look, even here,
It's going to turn into that.
even here though, or let's say the United States, in the U.S., even if there was to be a full-fledged revolution over the military, dude, people have guns. If it was against the military, you're not touching the military. Like,
Yeah, no.
this is more of to keep the government in check in case they're fucking around, and then even the military will help you out. And there's little, if you're fighting pockets of like police SWAT teams, but to go against the military, bro, your AR-15 against guys that are firing drones, like from like the U.S. military is not to be fucked with. So same thing in Colombia. I'm assuming that their military is better equipped than the average machete-wielding Colombian.
Yeah.
So either way, the second your government takes the military against you, it's and first of all, that tear between the military and the people, that's very hard to sew back together after. Once the military that is supposed to protect you, you feel like now they're just the militant wing of the government, and they're willing to kill you over because the government's supposed to work for you too.
Yeah.
So you guys are banding together to kill the regular people who are paying the taxes, who are doing the work, all that. That's a very difficult bridge. That's how countries separate. It's very difficult to repair that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I think the only like saving grace in America would be that a lot of the soldiers do come from sort of more southern states,
Yeah.
more conservative territories where people do have guns, and a lot of them do fight for the American Constitution and for freedom and liberty, right? So because that's how you brainwash them to go to the military. How are you gonna tell an 18-year-old, hey, you want to go travel halfway across the world and die for no reason? No, you tell them, look, it's liberty, it's for your Constitution, it's to protect rights and all these things.
Ahmed's gonna kill you.
Yeah, whereas I think in countries in third world or more impoverished countries like Colombia, a lot of them are just like paid mercenaries kind of thing, right? Or I mean, the whole fucking country's a cartel. It's more different. I think it would be a lot harder for the American military to turn on its own people. like from an ethical standpoint.
No, I don't think regular
Like
Americans.
I highly doubt F-35s are gonna start fucking bombing Texas.
Yeah, I agree. Because different country, different constitution, also different way of life, the way people see it. But a lot of these countries, you look at South America, Central America, like it's anarchy. Like there's, it's war zones. Like you have certain places where it's okay, the cartel runs this, the military runs this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they feud with each other. It's fucking crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
it's nuts.
Yeah, the craziest documentaries I've seen are those. And the other thing about those documentaries, I think they're all retarded people. Because there was a documentary about the drug cartels all over the world, and they were going to South America and shit. But you're on videotape talking to these people.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
They're wearing masks, things like this. Yeah. So if anybody find out I say this, I gonna get killed. But listen, you see that bridge there? It's not a real bridge. Let me show you. And they go, I was like, Juan, what are you doing, bro?
His name is tattooed across his chest, but he's wearing a...
You know, the best is guys with tattoos. Every time I'm like, please God, don't tell me his tattoo. He's talking, and then he lifts his arm and he goes, "It was crazy. Then Paolo killed them," and it has like everything, like Lil Joker 17. I'm like, oh,
It has
fuck.
a map of his hometown.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is my
These guys
house,
are fucking
This is
dumb.
my tia. This is my aunt.
No, Netflix guarantee. They don't show this here. You know, it's like, bro, people have VPNs. Like,
No, but for sure. Like, if you were a drug lord, right?
Yeah.
Some fucking white hippie came up to you and they're like, "Hey, we're shooting this fucking video, man. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna change the world." You'd be like, "Bro, go fuck yourself." Who the fuck? First of all, you wouldn't even answer the phone call.
by the way, do you know how they get these
How do
things
they
done?
get in touch with?
I'll tell you, yeah. You know how they get in touch with people? They don't, this is another thing. I thought they just go there and ask questions. Not at all. It's the same way like Sean Penn when he had, bro, it's all, before you even get there, you have to, like the government is aware that you're going to go talk to the cartels. They're aware there's certain like stuff you have to sign that they're not going to kidnap you. It's going to be international. You could tell them. It's all kinds of crazy shit.
God damn.
All kinds of crazy shit.
It.
Yeah. All kinds of crazy shit. There was even once I was watching about, I think it was El Chapo's son. Basically, El Chapo, they went and they found his son, and they did a raid. He was at a house, and the guy was just chilling. He was all calm. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll go with the cops. Don't worry about, we don't need a firefight." And when they got him in custody, the cartel was like, "Fuck that. You're not getting that boy." They started indiscriminately shooting people in the streets.
I saw that.
And they go, "We're gonna keep killing people,
Until you
random people, kids. So we don't give a fuck until you let them go." So then the government, the cops, had to pussy out and be like, "Yeah, the cartel runs this country now," by giving him back because like we can't have innocent people die. It's next level. So they don't give a shit. A lot of them, that when they're on there, like if they're highly, like, you could literally tell them our entire route. What are you gonna do?
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're powerful.
It's crazy,
But
bro.
that's what people do.
insane.
That's what I feel. A lot of people here in North America, like the younger generation, especially who haven't been through a lot of hardships, like that's the thing they don't realize, that outside like our sort of Instagram, Starbucks society, the world is a very, very fucked up and
Violent
dark place.
place.
Like people will chop your fucking hands off for no reason.
But that's why that's when I see some fucking stuff that's happening in the States now with protesters asking for Marxism and fucking capitalism needs to be this shit. Like, this is the best it's ever been for a fucking reason, you dummy. Go look around you. We just talked about countries that decided to try socialism. Dude, it doesn't. It's crazy
Venezuela.
what you're saying. Yeah, Venezuela got fucked.
Cuba.
And these are not, they're like, oh, but they're poor countries. They had nothing to, are you crazy? These are all, they were either oil-rich countries. They had natural resources. They have all kinds. These are not random-ass deserts that don't have anything to produce. They had stuff to produce. It's just that you gave it to these fucking criminals. Capitalism isn't bad.
No, it's not bad. I think it's more that people like it creates more. I don't even know if this is true because I think it creates a bigger divide between like the rich and the poor. But ultimately, like a lot of times, the rich are those who worked hard for it, right? They worked to get.
Oh, Chantal is here. Hola, Chantal. Oh, by the way, Sylvan Gold mentioned something because I saw him write about Project Veritas. Did you guys see? It was last month. James O'Keefe, the guy who has Project Veritas, he's the guy who does all the undercover stuff, like he hidden camera shit. He always tricks people. Like he pretends, like his people pretend that they're getting jobs at Facebook. And then they go in to see to find out what happens. So there was a producer at CNN, bro, this fucking dummy. They tricked him. They got a decoy. It was a hot chick.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. He thought he was going on a date with this hot chick, like he met her online. But the hot chick was there to get information. She's wearing a wire. Bro, because men are stupid. So he was giving away too much information to the hot chick. Stuff like, what we do is complete propaganda. Like, the reason why we keep touting death tolls and shit like that is because fear sells. And we know it's propaganda, but so the more people get scared, the more they're going to look. And sometimes you got to fudge numbers. No, it's like, you fucking idiot. What are you doing, bro?
My question is, why would you ever admit that on a first date?
Because he was so smitten.
How hot was she?
was a hottie with the body, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
they
in
know what
order
they're doing.
For you to admit that shit, she must have been like a
Solid,
solid,
well, yeah,
solid 10.
Yeah, it's like what they're saying, honeypot. Like, do you remember the movie The Interview with James Franco? Like,
Yeah.
are you honey dicking me? It's the same thing. That's what's happening. Yeah, they fucking so dumb. Remember the hot chick? He's like, I will tell you everything.
Why
does that happen to him?
Because he thought it was casual talk. He's like, she's gonna be so impressed. Yo, I'm basically doing propaganda. You heard about World War II? fuck Joseph Goebbels. It's me, bro. It's Steve Smith.
Yeah, basically.
So stupid. Yeah, but whoever did this, the other thing I said, people were surprised. The only thing I'm surprised about is that Twitter turned into the militant wing of CNN. They suspended Project Veritas account after that. But it was hidden camera stuff. It's not like he made it up. They were just, hide this. So that's surprising. But the rest, of course, it's propaganda. How do you not know this? How do you live in this society and not know it? Even our system here, anything that's paid for by the government here, like CBC, never tells you the truth. They tell you what the government tells them to tell you. They don't grill the government. The government's giving them money. Of course not. It's just like you work somewhere, right? Your boss. There's limits. Maybe behind closed doors you might say something, but in front of you want to keep your job. That's what they want to keep their funding.
Yeah,
So
but I think it's more of a psychological thing, like, because if you don't have, let's say, like first-hand account evidence, people can always be like, it's just a conspiracy or it's hearsay. Whereas now, because the guy's taped, you're like, okay, well, clearly, we know it's propaganda, but here's the testimony that it's propaganda.
So last week, because Trudeau was getting grilled by people like me, because that whole Bill C-10 thing, to try to censor the internet.
Yeah.
So they had done all kinds of sketchy shit with that bill. People like me came on, like, what the fuck are you doing? Everything, like, this is suspicious. You're gonna fuck with regular people or comedians or influencers. If you don't like what they're saying, you're gonna censor them. That's nuts. We're not doing that shit in Canada. He comes out, even though his own fucking minister ruined him by saying stupid things. He comes out. He's on, in Parliament when they're yelling at each other, and he goes, "Whoever thinks they're gonna do it to accounts, whether they're big or small or whatever, they must be wearing tinfoil hats. We wouldn't do that." What happens yesterday? The Heritage Minister, fucking George, tweeted it. He goes and says, yeah, depending if it's a big enough account, like if they're popular enough, yeah, maybe we'll go after them. These fucking dummies. So I tweeted to Trudeau, I go, tinfoil hat, eh? Tinfoil hat, we have to wear tinfoil. It took you guys 3 days to fuck each other over.
Yeah. What's crazy is that not only did they fuck each other over, it's that he basically stood up in Parliament and called the vast majority of Canadian citizens who know that this is a lie, idiots.
Yeah,
like, you guys wear tinfoil hats.
It's gaslighting. That's what he's doing. He's gaslighting in 90% of the country. He thinks that it's split 50-50. He thinks 50% of Canadians are dumb, 50 might not be. Higher than that are not dumb. They're seeing shit and they're getting upset. Like, wait, what are you doing? Why would you block me from posting? The fuck do you care what I look? Also, what you can see. The fuck do you care what I watch?
I'm not full on espionage.
Yeah, like if I don't watch anything illegal, if it's not snuff films, the fuck do you care if I want to watch Pantelis Live or if I want to watch fucking CBC? The fuck do you care? I'm an adult. I'll pick. You're not gonna pick for me. So people are getting more and more upset with this shit. Yeah, people that are aware. A lot of people don't even know this bill is in existence, or but whoever's aware sees that it's fucking crazy.
And this is all very eerie. Like if you read 1984.
Oh fuck
very
again.
eerie shit, bro.
Bro, it's the only book he's read.
He read it once, yeah.
Okay, no, it's not
he
the
read
only
it once.
book
Dude,
I've read.
literally anything we talk about, it's like 1984, bro. It's like, yo, Poseidon, you want to go eat some chicken? I do. I was reading this book, bro, 1984.
They have a crazy
No, but
chicken.
everything, like the Newspeak, all this shit, bro. It's all very, like, if you read 1984, you're like.
No, you know what? You know what this reminds me of? Because I feel like of all the fucking ridiculousness that's going on in government and in politics in general, a lot of people are stepping away, right? They're like, okay, we don't have time for this. And it's true. A lot of like the younger generation just doesn't give a shit. Like they don't know about the bills and they don't have time for this, or they don't even care because they're like, this is all ridiculous. The problem is that it's this ridiculousness that will change laws in the future.
You're right.
So it goes back to, because people, we don't change, right? Just like history, we're cyclical, we're predictable, right?
Yeah.
So there's a few great minds throughout history that picked this off. So Socrates in Plato's Republic, he had said, he goes, a citizen's duty is to be involved in the politics of the state. Because the minute you step away from it, that's when insanity steps in.
Yeah, that's when, because they only, the craziest shit that happens, they don't do it in front of you. You see the final result. Everything happens in the shadows. The second you look away and you're like, oh, he's not paying attention to what we're doing here in politics. All right, let's just fucking do stuff. You know when they say when the cat's away, the mice come out and play? Yeah. It works like that with everyone, just like kids. If the parents are gone, they're going to try to have a party. They're going to try. Same thing with politicians. When they realize people are not actually holding them accountable, they fucking do all kinds of shit. And then they rather take a chance and then apologize for it later because people are too dumb to realize that most of the shit that politicians get away with in North America And people joke like, "Oh, you're gonna put him in jail." Yeah, you could. Most of the shit they do, you could put him in jail. All kinds of shit.
But then how come
It's completely even cops, bro. The reason why the word cop exists, cop, it's supposed to be citizen on patrol. They're not supposed to have special rights. You get it?
Holy shit! I
If
never
they-
knew.
Yeah, if they do, bro. There's no special. We're inventing special classes. Politicians, you know how we give them immunity. They're not supposed to have special class of citizen, bro. They're not some kind of alien divine being. They're human beings. Everyone should be held accountable if they do something illegal.
Yeah.
The fact that we let it slide like this is it's our fault. Our societal, as a whole, society as a whole, it's fucking crazy that we let that shit happen.
So in other words, we're fact.
We're idiots, bro. We gotta.
No, we're idiots.
We're not. We're not. What's it called? We're not implicated enough.
Yeah.
We're not. I think it's also that we've become too systematic in the bad sense, right? It's like because there's so much paper and so much things, so many steps involved with bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It's okay. This person is.
You take care of
corrupt.
this.
He did whatever he did, right? He embezzled money, whatever. By the time there's an appeal, there's a case, you bring evidence against him, he goes to but it takes years because there's so much legal paperwork that people forget about it. People get tired of it. And I think that's what it is. We need to go back to like good old school fucking beatings, basically. Like
No.
this is what you like. It has to be faster, it has to be more streamlined.
You know how you could do that though? Less smaller government.
Yeah.
Because right now there's, especially here in Quebec, we know that the bureaucracy, government's too big. It needs to be smaller. You need to have more impact on a grassroots level. Because just like in the States, bro, imagine in the States, you have some people dictating or talking shit about another state, another side of the country that doesn't live there, doesn't know how they live, what's important to them, how the economy works in X state. You know what I mean? Like the decisions you make in a tourist place to shut everything down, everything completely, when the only way they make money is off tourism. And then you wonder, you're like, how the fuck come you guys are broke? What do you mean your stores are shutting down? Yeah, we can't go in them. What do you think's gonna fucking happen? And then you have other places, like let's say Florida, for example, who's at one point just said, you know what? I understand we're weird. We're known as the weird fucking cousin of the US, but we do things, this is the way we do things here. Fuck off. And everyone was waiting. We all, be honest, bro, everybody waited. Texas and Florida, we all waited, watched them and said, this is gonna be a clusterfuck.
Yeah, everybody was waiting for them to fail.
And they're the ones that are the best off.
These guys are all gonna die. Yeah. And then now they're still looking at us like it is weird. It is weird, but
Yeah, no, on a broader scale, that's basically the European Union thing, right? We brought everybody together and we're like, okay, we're going to have countries that have really strong industry and then countries that depend on tourism
like
or
Greece.
fishing and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, they turn around 10 years, 20, 15 years, they're like, wait, we don't understand why Portugal, Spain, Italy, and Greece are in their shits when Germany, France, and England are producing automobiles, planes, ships, and they're like, we don't understand how, it's the exact same thing like you're saying, right?
Yeah,
It's
Germany's always like, Greece, what's this problem? Like what? We produce BMW, we ship it. And the guy in Greece like, yeah, so I have a couple of ships. I sold some fish. Like what the? There's a big difference.
So how many donkeys am I gonna have to liquidate to buy this new AMG Mercedes?
Yeah, it's not as drastic as that because actually, Greece shipping tycoons. Did you know about the shipping tycoons in Greece? They're what is it? We have the highest. I think the top shipping tycoons are Greeks, like that run globally.
We actually own 51% of all ships worldwide.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I found out this week. Yeah.
Did you also know that the only reason Greece? I found out this from a shipping. One of my friends who's he's a maritime lawyer.
Okay.
There's only apparently like 2 or 3 in Canada, one for each coast. And he happens to be one. And because he's Greek, so he has a lot of ties with Greek shipping tycoons. So one day we were talking, and actually he hit me with a little bit of knowledge that obviously you would never learn in the mainstream media. So he goes, the only reason Greece didn't completely get destroyed, because things were way
2008,
worse. Yeah, things were way worse than what it was. And he goes, back in the 40s and 50s, after the monarchy and the new constitution, there were a lot of Greek shipping tycoons back then, the old families. So when they were making the new constitution of Greece, they said that Greece's shipping industry and the rest of the Greek economy cannot be intertwined. They have to be separate.
Interesting.
Because they knew that if Greece's economy would trickle over, or Greece's bad decisions would trickle over into the maritime industry, it would fall. So he goes, you would be surprised how many times these Greek shipping tycoons who are billionaires have stepped in to help the Greek economy, and how many times the opposite has been true, where Greek politicians have tried to step in to fuck them.
Yeah, I know that they fucked them a lot.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you don't hear about Greek shipping tycoons a lot like you did back in the day, right? There was a lot of philanthropy and stuff where now, let's say in the last 20 years, you've never heard of a Greek shipping tycoon stepping in and giving a few billion. Whereas back in the day, you did, because
all our shipping tycoons now, they're involved in soccer in Greece and drugs.
Yeah. Or they just don't care because they've been fucked over so many times. Like, you can only bail out the country so many times, right?
Yeah.
So they're separate, and I mean
that's pretty crazy.
And that's the only reason we've been over. Like, can you imagine if our shipping industry was managed like the rest of the country? It'd be 3 little boats like just floating away somewhere. Like,
do you have receipts for all these planes you just shipped? Who in the what now?
God, yeah, it's wild out there, bro.
But I want to get back to something that we talked about in the beginning. It's Resident Evil Village. Look, everyone's talking about it. People are playing it on Twitch. I'm telling you guys, it's a creepy, fun game. I'm excited about it. I had a lot of fun. I made it really far, and I think you should play it.
do you play with Alex?
No, it's solo.
Oh.
I was shooting werewolves. Nice. I found a gun before I came here, and it was called, I forgot what it was called, but I figured because of the name, I'm like, this is going to be good on werewolves. And then this huge werewolf that it took me grenades, all that to kill him. Now I could kill them with two bullets from that thing. It might even be one, but I shot him twice to make sure.
Okay.
I don't take chances anymore.
Silver bullets and shit?
Might be silver bullets, yeah.
Probably.
I stopped taking chances in that game because sometimes I thought like a guy was dead or a zombie, and then he'd come back up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you motherfucker. So now I waste a lot of ammo. I just go crazy. There's a fucking morbidly obese guy that sells you weapons.
Nice.
He sits there with his legs open and his,
I love how
his stomach. He sits there. He's like on a little he's like on the stoop, and his stomach goes over his balls. It hangs over, and his shirt comes up a bit, so you could see like his stomach a bit coming out, and it's crazy. Yeah, he's really, really fat. He's always eating, and he's telling you, he's like, "What do you want to buy?"
Question: in the zombie apocalypse, where's this guy finding all this food?
I have a lot of questions about this guy. There's a lot about him that bothers me because he appears in certain places. I'm like, bro, you're too fat to move that quick. How did you get here with your whole fucking gear? And why aren't the werewolves eating you? You look like a good meal. If you're gonna eat a human, eat this fucking 970-pound man. So, but he's got a lot of cool stuff. He upgrades your weapons, and he could even cook stuff for you to increase your health and shit. Yeah, but he's disgusting. And he knows it's very scary.
He sounds like a necessary evil.
It's unnecessary. I feel like he's part of this. Like, I don't know what's going on yet. I don't know the full story. I'm gonna find out when I beat the game. But it starts off one way, it takes you somewhere else, and then I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm like, is this real or is this like a dream sometimes?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, like, is this going to be the storyline where it was all a dream? Because this doesn't make any sense.
Does it play like RE2?
No. This is first person.
Okay.
So it makes it creepier. Completely different from RE2. It doesn't play, first person. You see it from the eyes of the guy. So you have a gun and stuff. And by the way, this guy, because I just, they're talking about handicaps in the chat. You're in Resident Evil 7, you get fucked over in the beginning of the game. You lose your fucking hand, and then you got to sew it back together. So I figured in this, now he's better. In this game, he's going to be fine. Bro, 5 minutes into the game, doesn't the guy lose 3 fingers? And then I'm like, this guy fucked in the head. Like, watch yourself a bit. Like, you're a rag doll. You lost 3 fingers. Calm down, So like, he's screaming. He's wrapping his hand. I go, fuck, man. And then I try to pull a lever.
These 3 fingers, can he still shoot?
He can still, he shoots with his right hand, but it's like he's fucking like this, like he's fucking like this. Now his one hand, it's all wrapped up. So then he's trying to pull a lever. I'm trying to pull a lever. He's all tired because he's using all this force with one hand, and I'm like, you fucking retard, So he's doing all that. Then after he fucking they hook me up. They hook the guy up. These 3 like vampire ladies with these hooks up in the ceiling. So I'm hooked in like Jesus style, but hanging from the hooks. So then they leave the room, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, maybe if I wiggle my way, I could fall out, or maybe I'll use all my strength to pull myself up and take out my hand. No, he has a different strategy. He pulls downwards. So it just breaks both of his hands, like in the middle. And he's like that, bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch. You stupid son. This is going to make things harder for me. Because it's hard to aim. He's always shaking, this guy. It's like you have that guy, what's his name? Who's the fucking actor who played in Back to the Future?
With fuck.
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly,
yeah, that guy.
What's his name? I keep forgetting his name.
I forgot also.
Anyways, it's that guy, bro.
Yeah, he has what's it called? Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's that guy. And then you have to get upgrades and shit to stabilize. But yeah, this fucking guy, bro, he just killed him. Then there's a werewolf that attacked me, and he's biting my dick and shit. And then you see pieces flying everywhere in blood. I'm like, wait, am I walking around dickless now? Like, is this part of the story? Is someone going to explain this? Yeah, it's Michael J. Fox. Yeah, is someone gonna explain why, like my thigh, everything? I'm like, how is he alive?
How much blood have you lost in the first 4 minutes of this game?
A lot of blood, bro. The first hour of this game, dude, like this chunks. A werewolf attacked me, like a giant werewolf attacked me, and he starts biting. I go,
That's very unrealistic.
I thought I lost.
game.
I thought was I not supposed to walk over there? Like, what the fuck is that? He's on top of me. Then the werewolf I saw is too big to fit in the little house. So I went into a little house and he's like trying to get in. So I'm shooting him in the fucking face. I'm like, yelling, you know? And then when I'm walking, I'm like, wait a second. There's chunks on my penis. Like, there's all over the place, bro. This guy doesn't react. He's not like, well, I'm dickless. Nothing. He's just...
You just got back up.
He's a soldier because we have to find his daughter, his baby daughter.
Okay.
To him, it's just a normal Tuesday.
Yeah, he just got to get his daughter back, which I'm suspecting might be dead. Because I have her in pieces right now. So it was an infant. And then I'm like, what's in this jar? And she's like, that is your daughter's head. And he's like, what? That can't be my daughter. You're lying. He's like, no, it's her head. But if you find all the pieces, we could put her together. I'm like, I think they're lying to you, bro. Pretty sure either that's not your daughter in there, or if that is your daughter, the baby's dead.
No, she could be like Osiris. Like, that was the story, right? You have to find all his pieces and we could like bring him back together.
We can bring it. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, this guy, no penis right now. He's missing 3 fingers. And it's not just me. That's part of the story. So if you play this game, you're dickless in the first 3 hours.
Fucking dickless in Seattle.
And he doesn't need his penis anymore.
See,
This guy's never having sex again, bro. You know how terrifying that...
Fuck the vampire bitches, though.
No, the vampire, I killed them all.
Oh, okay.
I killed all 3 of them. I don't even know how I did it, by the way. I keep getting lucky. I keep getting very, very lucky. I randomly shot. I was like, I tried to shoot her because I couldn't get her because she was turning into like a bunch of bees and coming out.
And because you have Parkinson's.
And because I have Parkinson's. And then I shot the window behind her and the light came in and I thought the light bothered her, but it was the cold. They don't like the cold. And she starts like, she starts getting weak and then I start shooting her. I'm like, how am I doing this? Like, I don't even know. I'm just doing random shit. It's working. I have no idea what's going on. Most of the time, I'm just terrified. I'm like, I hear like, and like
That's Resident Evil, right?
Bro, I went into a house.
Sound.
There was noise. I went downstairs like to figure out what's going on. A doll, a ventriloquist doll, popped up. I was like, "You must be fun to play with," and I was like, "No, I'm not. This isn't good at all." And then it all goes dark, bro. I had equipped myself. I had everything on me, bro. Grenade launcher, everything. Comes back, bro. I had no weapons, nothing. She stole my shit. So now I'm like, what the fuck? And there's a doll that was like it looked like my wife, but they were making fun of her, like a ragdoll version of her. And then I'm opening her up to find like different pieces and stuff. So anyways, this whole thing is happening. I have no weapons. So all this scary shit's popping out. I'm finding rolls of film and I'm looking at a movie and they have movies of me. Then they have movies of a kid in a well, a baby. It's fucking creepy shit. So I get into this room, then I hear baby noises. And I hear poof, poof. I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro? So I go in the front, like I go see a giant aborted fetus is crawling towards me. There's like a whole umbilical cord. He's like that. I'm like, holy shit, this is an aborted fetus. So I'm turning around, I'm like, what the fuck, an aborted fetus? I don't know what to do. I'm like in a fucking room. I'm like, what the fuck? I have no weapons. I have nothing. So I'm trying to fucking run away from an aborted fetus. I hid under a bed. And then I saw the aborted fetus crawling in front. And bro, at this point, I'm losing my shit in real life. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? There's an aborted fetus trying to eat me. And then I escape behind it. It notices, it starts calling behind me again. I'm fucking running. No weapons, no nothing. Crazy, bro. Then there's all these little dolls after I go up in the first floor, like ventriloquist dummies, and they're trying to fucking kill me, bro. But I find one of them that seems to be the culprit. I follow her around. Fucking stab her in the head so much, her head explodes, like I kill her. And then it's like I get out of a trance, and I had killed the woman controlling her. I was like, what the fuck? And I had my guns. And so I'm like, wait, was that all in my head? And then I killed this woman? Or like, what the fuck? It's crazy, bro. If I took drugs and played this game, I'd jump off the balcony.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, it's like,
bro, this game is nuts, bro. Jesus, nuts. But it makes me want to buy it now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's completely insane.
Imagine you took drugs and it all made sense.
Yo,
Like, oh shit, that's what it is.
you could say whatever you want about the Japanese, bro. They've provided us with top quality fucking entertainment, bro. This is crazy shit.
The Japanese also have a sick sense of humor, so
Yeah,
it plays well.
It plays well, yeah. But this was like, I didn't expect an aborted fetus. A giant aborted fetus. Disgusting.
That's wild.
How
bro.
big?
Yeah.
What do you mean giant? Like compared to a normal fetus, or just like 17 feet tall?
Like 17 feet tall. Like if for us, it would be a rhinoceros. So that's what I saw. I saw, and a mouth like this. I was, what the fuck is this? Like, because this never happened in the game. Like, I'm fighting zombies. Then there's werewolf. Already werewolves scared the shit out of me. Like, what the fuck is a werewolf doing here? You know, this isn't part of the Resident Evil thing. So already that was weird. Then witches and fucking, there's this stupid old bitch. Fucking creepy witch. And she follows me around sometimes. Like, I see her there and she's like, death has come for this. Why are you talking? How are you here? This is a Romanian village. Go home. Anyways, so fetus, a giant fetus, that was out of nowhere. I was like, I'm fighting zombies. And then they steal my weapons, and then I'm there, and there's all these ventriloquist dolls, and then a goddamn giant fetus, bro. Who's expecting that?
Nobody.
Nobody's expecting a giant fucking fetus in a game out of nowhere, unless the game is called Fetus. If the game was called Giant Fetus Weekly, I'd be like, yeah, that's. But there was no mention of a giant fetus. So then when I saw that, I was like, fuck, bro, I'm gonna get PTSD from this shit, bro. This is crazy.
But it's good. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. You know what the fuck's gonna happen.
God damn.
Are you like paranoid for what's next? Like, what else can they throw at me?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous because I know who I'm gonna fight next. It's this guy that you see in the beginning. Like, he looks cool. He looks like Van Helsing. He has like these glasses and a hat, and he has like his giant axe thing. And he talks. He's trying to fuck me up. And I think he's the brother. Like, I think they're all siblings. And there's this chick, Mother Miranda, who looks like she reminds you of the nun from the Nun movies. She has like a weird halo around her, and she's like in charge of these Muppets. And I think that's their mother. So I think this guy's the last man standing, or the last one that I know about right now. And I'm going to visit him, or what I assume is where his lair is. But this guy's like, he's in charge of the werewolves, I think. He's got werewolves with him and shit. That's how the game starts, by the way. The first 10 minutes is your wife gets murdered. Your wife gets murdered in a Romanian village. She gets shot to death. And then they come in special forces. And then I wake up, there was an accident, and I'm walking in the cold. And then I get to a village. I'm trying to find people to rescue. And then maybe 150 werewolves and other monsters surround me. And then that guy shows up, and then I get kidnapped, and it's fucking great. When I saw that, I was like, there's no way I could beat this. I have no guns, and there's 87 fucking werewolves. The game fucking keeps you on your toes. God, then I'm in a castle. I'm running away from a vampire lady who's 17 feet tall and her 3 whore daughters. It's crazy. Like I'm getting somewhere, and then she pops up kind of like Nemesis. Like she just pops up like Mr. X. Like I don't know. She's like, I'll fucking kill you for what you did to my daughter. And then she gets these big claws out, like what's it called?
Sides?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She already cut my hand off. I had to sew my hand back together. She fucking cut one of my hands off. I was too slow.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
This game is bananas.
Yeah, she cut my hand off, and I was like, "Fuck, man! This guy has 3 fingers in one hand. That's all he's got now." So I picked up the hand, and then I was looking at the menu, and I had my discarded hand. You could turn around and look at it.
Jesus
Wait a
Christ.
second. You sewed on your discarded hand with the other hand that had 3 fingers?
Yeah, because I had my I put it on, and then there's this chemical thing that heals you. So I put that on, and then I poured that on, and it started to heal itself again. It was fucking weird, but it was crazy because when she cut off the hand, I was insane. Like, "Wait, was that every time this happens?" I'm like, "Did I do the wrong thing in this game?" Like how?
Oh, because you think, you fucked up. Let me restart.
Yeah, I'm like, I go, this is probably game over, but it wasn't. I was able to pick up my discarded hand and put it in my pocket.
And you just happened to.
I did what Caitlyn Jenner did. Just put my discarded hand. That's crazy.
But her was with her dick.
Yeah, exactly. Or you just happened to have the magic can. Oh, the Caitlyn Jenner can where you just spray on.
It was just
parts.
crazy. No, but it was just fucking crazy just to put anyways, it's a fun game. I appreciate the work they put into it. It's fucking insane.
How much is it?
Whatever games cost now. I pre-ordered it a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
When it was announced, I pre-ordered it, and then it downloaded by itself.
Yeah, I'd be down to play that shit.
Did I sell you on the game?
You sold me, my friend.
Capcom. I'm your salesman.
Capcom.
Where are you going? Yeah. How do you say it?
Capcom.
Capcom.
You said
Yeah.
Capcom.
No. I said Capcom.
He hears what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna play video games and you want to not waste your money, this is worth your money. You're gonna get because it's already long, and it's worth your money. Like a lot of games come out now, and it's not worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
You know, this was years in the making, and you go in it to get fucked with, you get fucked with.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's not one of those games where you have to constantly like buy the upgrades.
No, there's no
in-game purchases or
at all. There's none of that shit. No, it's the full game. In the game while you're playing, you could buy items, but not with real world money. Like a lot of another question. A lot of these zombies drop Romanian money. What is it? Lei. It's called lei. These Romanians, they get laid. So I'm always wondering where are these zombies getting an allowance?
Or they were normal people at some point.
Yeah, bro, but you were fucking buried. Bro, everybody's burying you with an allowance, bro. You need $50 for what?
That's true, actually.
Maybe it's Romanian custom.
Maybe.
Oh.
You know, like put 2 gold coins for the boat keeper.
I killed a gargoyle and he dropped money too, and that bothered me. I was like, where are you going? Am I like at the gargoyle store? Why do you need money?
Not in a game like this, it can be annoying, but I mean, like.
No, it made me laugh. It's not annoying. It's just, I was like, okay, how many gargoyles have a fucking purse on them? This is a little weird. You know?
You know what? Not for anything. I've always heard Romania was a nice place, and I always wanted to visit it. Now, not so much. I'm kind of having second thoughts, bro. And to go to Romania.
Romania is famous for vampires and gypsies, bro. It's a dangerous place.
Have you guys seen that joke somebody wrote online? He goes, I don't understand why the stereotype is that there's vampires in Romania or whatever the fuck. I've been around for 700 years. Never have I seen a fucking vampire, bro. It's all bullshit. He goes.
That's a good one. Yo, Elon Musk was on SNL yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't watch
How
it
did that
because
go?
SNL's garbage, but it tanked Dogecoin.
Yeah, I did. Destruction. No, it did. Look,
The opposite happened.
It didn't tank Dogecoin. What happened was you have the whales, right, that hold on to mass amounts, and they want to make profit. Because let's be honest.
Excuse me, the what?
The whales?
The people
who own a lot of a stock or a lot of a coin, they're called whales, right? Because they have a lot of it. So usually these are the people that are making money off the poor people's backs because everybody's buying in the FOMO, right? So the fear of missing out. So people see like a coin or a stock going up 10%. They're like, oh shit, I want to get in on the action. By the time you're getting, because it's a very psychological game. By the time you're getting in, these guys are already planning their exit strategy.
Oh shit.
So what happened was when Elon was like a week ago, he announced
Sounds
that
like the women I sleep with, but keep going.
Yeah. So when Elon last week
Why, he
announced,
said penis?
No.
Exit strategy.
They have an exit strategy
Before.
Some of them don't, sadly.
So what happens is when Elon, like I saw this coming, because whatever, Dogecoin a few weeks ago, I had mentioned to some people, I had already bought in much earlier, and I had already cashed out at this point. They're like, bro, did you hear Elon Musk, SNL, Dogecoin's hitting $1? And I told them, don't buy into it because what's happening is that the people who have had these coins for so long and have made tons of money are banking on everybody buying into the craze. So
then they could back out and make money.
So all week it went up over 150
It kept
or
going,
200%, right? It was hitting. So it hit like 72, 74 cents US, something like that. And everybody's like, this is it. Midnight. SNL, we're waking up to $1. The opposite happened.
Oh, actually, hold on. We have a super chat from Jeff Hillman. We did miss it. Yeah, Jeff. It went. He says, "What are your top 5 video games?"
Me?
All of us.
Oh, this one's difficult.
I'm gonna let you two handle this.
Oof.
Is it that hard?
I've never decided.
Don't put in order. I'll make it easy. He said top 5. You don't have to go 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, I wasn't thinking like that because bro, I played a lot. Witcher 3 is one of them.
Okay, Witcher 3 is on there. That's
Witcher
one.
3.
Keep going. Jesus Christ, Poseidon.
Bro, I played a lot.
I know, but if it's not exact, you're not going to get murdered.
Okay, the Total War franchise.
We'll put that as 1.
Oh, I could get behind that, yeah.
Total War franchise.
Okay. I like Total War. Okay.
Anything Warcraft related.
World of Warcraft.
No.
World of Warcraft. I'm just going to write Virgin. Yeah. Next. That's 3. And you haven't even given me a game yet. You just, except for Witcher 3, the rest are franchises, but I'm giving it to you.
I never really thought about this.
He's putting more thought into this than he puts on his own show, like to produce his own shows.
More thought than he needs to.
Yeah, more thought than you need to. This should be easy. Lord of the Rings, the 2 towers he wants to put. I swear to God.
Not the 2 towers, it's the third age.
You see? You see? Bro, I could read retard very well.
No, it's the third age, specifically that one.
Lord of the Rings, third age, okay? And you have 1 more to go. 1 more to rule them all.
I haven't picked out a shooter.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Black Ops.
No.
Which one?
Warzone.
You don't like Call of Duty Black Ops?
No.
Okay.
That one was all right. But the Warzone specifically.
What part of Call of Duty Black Ops didn't you like?
That's where you're going with this. I'm not falling for it.
Was it the cops that bothered you, or the fact that they were black? Call of Duty Warzone. Okay, so what you have here is Witcher 3, Total War, any of them, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, the Third Age, and Call of Duty. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go completely different. Metal Gear Solid.
Yes. Ooh. Also a franchise, but we'll let you have it.
No, Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, the original.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I got that one. What?
Would you like to take a guess what the fourth one is?
Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. Guns of the Patriots. And for my fifth one, Pro Evolution Soccer. We'll leave that as the series. We're good.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid has always been a classic.
I only beat the fourth one.
Guns of the Patriots.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was
I want to
crazy.
play it again.
That's the first ever Metal Gear game I played through and through. And the whole time I was like, this is amazing.
It's just a box.
Yeah.
What a game.
You know what? I remember when we were younger, right? Milton was really into it. You were into it and stuff. And I was never really into it. And then there was this one summer where I hung out with Alex a lot because we used to work at.
You're talking about the overnight. He didn't have a memory card.
Yeah, that incident. But we would lock ourselves in his basement for like 5 days straight.
PS3s have memory cards.
No, he's not talking about PS3.
No.
You're talking about PS3. He's talking about the time when he was growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we played Metal Gear Solid for like 5-6 days straight, and it was fucking phenomenal. And that's when I fell in love with it because I was like, because it was such a well-developed game.
That
for
might
the
have
time.
been, that might have been on PS3 4, Guns of the Patriots, because that was a big game at the
We
time.
had played the original too. Like we had played, I think
On the PS2, you played 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then
Maybe 3 you guys probably played together.
I think
too.
so.
Yeah, because
exactly,
you went through the whole
it was
thing.
a whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember what you guys did. It was a marathon. It was when the PS3 came out. Right after, it was when they sold PS3s with Metal Gear Solid 4. There was a bundle that came together with. That's the PS3 that I bought.
Okay.
I bought the bundle with Metal Gear because I wasn't gonna buy a PS3. I didn't care. And like, there's a new Metal Gear game. I was like, all right, take my money. I don't need money. And so I got the same thing as them. I remember. And what they did is Viron was there, and some other people who didn't know the story. They were we're just gonna watch it for the whole. We're gonna play all the games. So they spent a couple of days before they started 4. They spent a couple of days playing through the original ones. But the first one, I think it was Metal Gear Solid, the first one on the PS1, they had to do a straight playthrough.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he didn't have his memory card. He didn't have it.
Like if you die, you
shit.
restart from the beginning of the game.
No. It wasn't that. It was just that they couldn't turn it off. So, and he didn't want to keep it on all night. So they had to go straight through once and then start the PS2 versions 2 and 3. Because the first one, he's like, I can't find a memory card. He called me. I was like, I don't have a PS1 memory card. So I remember they had played through the first one, and then they kept staying a couple of days. They went the second one, the third one, until they got the fourth, and then the fourth was hours of brand new. And the fourth, fuck, bro, just the cinematics
Were amazing.
Yeah, but it takes forever.
Yeah.
Like
Remember,
there's
like,
30
half
hours
hour.
of just movie.
They were like half-hour cutscenes.
Yeah.
Half hour, bro. You're like, there, you're like, okay, what's happening? I remember it was 5 days, and our sustenance was delivery pizza, Coke, and at some point, I don't know who, one of us or somebody went to the dépanneur, bought like 4 bags of toast and 6 jars of Nutella. That's all it was. We're fucking 17, 18 years old in a basement, bro, just eating Nutella sandwiches, playing Metal Gear. Fantastic.
Good times.
I regret nothing.
That I remember balls. That was when we discovered balls.
Yeah, and I said it wrong on your
Balls
podcast.
is BAWLS.
Yeah, I realized later. Yeah, Balls energy drink.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know about Red Bull. I don't know if Red Bull existed. Probably did, but I didn't know about it. Balls was the first energy drink I heard about. It was from people playing video games. Like, we use this for energy.
Like I said, I stumbled into it by chance at a dépanneur, and then we tried 1, 2, and then because you're young, right? So you're not used to massive amounts of sugar and caffeine.
Yeah.
So when we got hooked on it, we would go to the fucking dépanneur and buy
the
them
cases.
Yeah, 24, bro. Like instead of drinking beers, we would drink energy drinks and play Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I would like to remove Call of Duty for God of War.
That's too late.
Too late.
Too late.
But
You should have, but it's too late.
Honorable mention.
Honorable
mention. God of War.
Which God of War?
The latest one.
The latest one is insane.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah.
Oh, what about the Assassin's Creed?
Fuck!
You fucked
But Assassin's
up,
Creed
bro.
only has
Bro.
one stellar game.
The second one.
The second one.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 is the best. They
Still
talk about
fucking
aliens.
good.
Yeah.
And the Animus.
Yeah, no, the Animus is a cool thing, but it's the alien. It's the alien ones that's the best thing. They talk
I'm
about
surprised they never touched more on the aliens.
you know why?
Why?
Because it's based on the ancient alien theories and shit, and then it became too mainstream, bro. Fucking Tsoukalos makes everyone look stupid when we talk about ancient aliens. Because he's there, he's like, the Eiffel Tower is really tall. Aliens. And his hair is fucking shaking. So you can't talk about aliens anymore.
That would be believable. It's more like, bro, we're here in the Mojave Desert. See that fucking line there? Perfect. Aliens.
Yeah, just out of nowhere they throw aliens, bro. Sometimes I would I'd put on the show, and the first episode they deal with like Chariots of the Gods stuff, like Eric von Daniken. So there's stuff like, okay, this could make sense in context, right? But then they run out of material quick.
Yeah.
So all the rest of it is like, you guys ever have a moment where you see something, but you think you've already seen it, and then someone's like, "It's deja vu." No, it's aliens. It's like, fuck, they've ran out of ideas.
Alien
and then
monkey
everything's aliens. Like, you know that we don't know what's really in the ocean, right? Like, no, it's spaceships. You're like, can you prove this? Can you prove it isn't? And then you're like, fuck.
By the way, you just reminded, because you said aliens, reminded me of something, bro. There was a video I had seen online that I was dying. It was basically a hypnotist, okay? And it was 3 friends. And he's like, he hypnotized one of the friends. And he goes, after I hypnotize you, you're going to turn into a Martian. So whatever, hypnotizes him. The guy comes back as a Martian. He goes,
How does know what a Martian acts like?
Hold on. I think it was as a joke. I don't think it was real.
Oh, you don't think that the hypnosis worked and turned into...
Hold on, I phrased it wrong. Yeah. But bro, it was so funny. The guy comes back, right? He goes, hey, how you been today? He goes, he starts talking like a Martian.
Oh, like a Disney Martian. Like was that
Marvin the Martian?
Yeah.
I think something like that. And bro, and then his friends just start losing their minds, bro, because it was so funny.
Is that where this was going? Nowhere? What I do.
No, wait. There might be another part to the
story. There's no other parts.
No, it was just funny.
That's it?
It wasn't. There was nothing funny about that.
You have to see the video to laugh.
Fuck. But in what we were talking about, that...
Remember when the History Channel actually used to have like historical shows?
I don't remember. That must have been like 80 years ago. The History Channel now, it's ancient aliens and like...
the show's still going.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
How many more things can they attribute to aliens?
Isn't it on
You see that microphone? Who do you think made it?
Some kid in China?
Correct. You know who paid him? Aliens. It's just completely insane now because they ran out of... They made a series where it should have just been one giant documentary.
Yeah.
One good documentary. It's entertaining. You're entertained. It ends there. But now all History Channel has no more history. It's all ancient aliens and I'm trying to sell this waffle maker from the Second World War. Like that's all it is. It's like, what is that, bro?
Yeah. You know what? It lost all its credibility because even if they want to produce a good show, I feel like... So I have a historical background, right? Like that's what I studied and stuff. And I would watch this shit and I was like not conspiracy theories. I was like, oh, you know what? Some of this kind of makes sense.
Only the first episodes because they were all based on... Basically, they would take stuff that you've already heard, like let's say the Bible and shit and stuff like that. Right. So, and it would make sense in that context. For example, when the Bible talks about God coming down in a light ship, chariot of fire, all that, and it burned everything around it. You're like, that doesn't sound divine. That sounds more like a ship, physical. You're like, I could make that leap with you. That leap I could take. Ancient Greece, when they were talking about Mount Olympus, there was stuff that we never talk about that they would say at the time, which was that once a year, the palace would get up and fucking leave and then come back. Yeah, you could be like, oh, that sounds like an alien. Of course, you could make these leaps and you could enjoy yourself. That's fun. But then after, it literally became like, white paint. That's a human invention. But who the fuck thought of red paint? And you're like, what does that even mean? Aliens. Yeah. You're like, wait, how? And then you're trying to follow along and you're like, what the fuck? No, that's not. That's called an echo. Echo of the gods. Yeah. Aliens. Yeah, no, and then they lose you.
It got too ridiculous. So I was watching a lot of these shows, and you're like, okay, like you said, right? Okay, I can make this leap, and then, bro, they just take things that we've known, like we have evidence for 100 years. We have written records, and they're like, we don't know what happened here. And you're like, I know exactly what happened here. Like everybody knows what happened, but do you really know what happened here? And it's like kind of what you said. It's like Schrodinger's cat, like it's in the box. Yeah. So is it alive or is it dead? You don't know because it's in a box. He's like, oh, but this is what history says, but. Were you there?
It's like World War II. They're going to start changing. Like, what really happened at Pearl Harbor? Why didn't they have the radar? No. We know now that the radar sensed all the planes coming. They let it happen so that there's an excuse for them to enter the third world. Well.
Gulf of Tonkin.
Yeah. No. Well, here's another theory. Follow me if you will. These weren't regular Japanese. These were aliens. You know when they're just diving into the Pearl Harbor ships? You're like, yeah? Well. Why would Japanese people kill themselves? They wouldn't, but aliens would. You're like, what? The fuck are you talking about?
How do they know aliens would?
There you go. How do you know they wouldn't?
Yeah. Were you there?
That's what they do.
Were you there?
I was actually.
And it's those, and then you watch that.
I'm an alien.
And then there's a show right after. You know what the show is right after? I got Hitler's authentic skateboard. Yeah. That's what it is. It's like,
what was it called? The traveling...
something with a road show, some shit.
But Antiques Roadshow.
But it goes, I don't think Hitler had a skateboard. I'm telling you what, my great aunt told me he done did. He done had a skateboard. He used to skateboard all around, up and down my street. I don't think Hitler ever been to your street. Y'all done met Hitler? Y'all don't never met Hitler. Like, it's just stupid things. And it's the History Channel.
God.
I used to love it when I was in elementary school. I used to have like, ancient China, ancient Greece. What happened in Persia? What happened in Egypt? And I was always like, fuck, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then now it's all that shit.
I still have a DVD series in my libraries. It was from the History Channel, and it was a series of shows, like you said, right? So it was I think it was called Building an Empire. So it was like building an empire, India, China, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Greeks, whatever. And I still have it because it was so good. It was produced so well that even years later and after my degrees, I look back at this, I'm like, holy fuck, they were right.
Yeah, they used to do good work.
Like, we were children, and so I had seen these, and then I was reading like the sources and the historical texts and whatever, and I was like, wow, they nailed it. Now, bro, you can't sit and watch this. It's garbage. It's total garbage.
I think looking back at it now, I realized when our civilization was going down, and it was when I paid. No, it was when I paid. I got excited. I paid to have the channels that I thought I wanted, like the History Channel. And the first time I turned on the History Channel, there was an old man arguing over the price of a Pokemon card. I should have known right then that was the turning point in history, but I was just like, oh, maybe it's just a new show. Like, I never, at the time, I should have been like, hey, what the fuck? I should have called like, yeah, cancel that channel. This is insane.
No, you should have.
I gave it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I gave it the benefit of the doubt. But that was clearly the turning point.
This
in
is
society.
a first edition Charmander.
Yeah, that's it. I remember there was a guy who's like, nah, you gotta give me more for the Charizard. I was like, what the fuck? This is the History Channel. What is happening, bro?
Okay, but speaking of that, isn't it crazy how things we used to play with as children, we used to fucking throw around, it's Pokemon, fucking throw out, right? You became like 14, 15, okay, fuck it, this is going to the trash. And now you're thinking to myself, Malaga, if I had in a fucking box somewhere, I'd be fucking
Loaded.
rich. Yeah.
I think about it, and I've looked back, because I still have some old stuff, but not... Actually, maybe my comic books. I still have a lot of old comic books. Maybe they're worth something. I doubt it, because it's specific shit that's worth. But... You're right. I think about it. Everybody thinks about it. But to what level would you take it? Because I have a friend who reached out to me a few weeks ago, and I was a little shocked by the level which he took it. Because I hadn't spoken to him in years. I haven't seen him. And he called me. He's like, hey, bro, you remember when we were fucking 6 years old? I was like, yeah. Remember that toy I gave you?
No.
And I was like, no. Like, I don't remember. I was 6. And he's like, yeah, do you still have that? And I was like, are you joking? Is this a serious question? Like, we haven't spoken in forever, and you asked me if I have a toy when I was 6. I was just checking. I was like, fuck no, I don't have any toys. Like, I'm an adult. Why would I keep a toy? What kind of question is this?
Right. Because like a limited edition Ninja Turtle or some shit.
It wasn't limited edition, it was just a Transformers toy. But it's more of a question of, bro, use your head. Like, why would I have that around?
Wait, but did he want it back because it had some monetary value?
Sentimental value.
Oh, one of those. Eh?
Well, I'm collecting all of them. It was this thing. I want to collect all of them. You'd be surprised how hard it is to find now. But it doesn't surprise me really, because of course it would be hard to
obviously,
find.
yeah, because
They haven't been made in 30 years.
Time
Yeah.
goes one way.
So anyways, I remember that, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So people do, like, if you have something old and you can sell it, yeah, I understand. Go make your money, bro. But that kind of, like, I'm not going to call people from 20 years ago, because odds are they don't have that shit. You move on.
Or they're just going to lie about it and say, no, I don't, and then go sell it.
Mm-hmm. But who holds on to toys?
Well, you want to laugh? I used to be obsessed with Hot Wheels as a kid, and I had a big crate full of them. And up until the age of, I think, 18, 19, I refused my mother to throw them away.
I refused my mother.
I refused.
I refused all of her advances.
No. My mother wanted.
Though she did look good in a sundress.
No, mama, don't do that,
no.
mama.
No, she wanted to give
I will no longer free you when you are stuck in the dryer.
What's that? You're stuck in the windowsill? Oh, mama.
She wanted to give them away to charity or whatever the fuck, and I refused up until like a very late age.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Still, you had sentimental. And if there's, let's say, monetary value attached, it's different. We have collectibles here that we don't open. They're just there. We don't even want to sell them. We just got them as a decoration. But what I'm saying is going back and scavenger hunting with people that you haven't spoken to in 30 years.
No, that's true. No, I would never do that.
It's a little bit awkward. Like, hey, how you been? Good.
I should have said I'm dying of cancer. And he's like, yeah, while you're doing that, bro, do you remember the Transformer?
Just real quick. You think you could go up to your attic and just like, rummage around? No, so two things. One, how crazy is it that things that cost literally nothing at some point, we turn them into these super valuable things. Like, what's a Pokemon card? It's 2 cents to print on a piece of cardboard.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, and we make it into these multi-million-dollar investments, which is fucking insane. And it's kind of how like basically money works in the economy, just completely ridiculous.
Yeah, made up.
And two, it kind of makes you think like, should I just go? Like, I've thought of this sometimes. Like, when the new Star Wars comes out or stuff or whatever, and they release like limited edition things, I'm like, bro, I should just go buy it. Because to me now it's not worth anything. It's $50 or $100, and just keep it somewhere, because in 30 years the chances are.
Yeah, but I'll tell you something. A lot of the stuff people do that now, they fall for the trap. now everything is mass produced.
Yeah.
So people try it now, like this is a limited edition thing. I'm going to have it in 5, 6 years, 10 years. I'm going to sell it. The problem is that thing is now mass produced. So everyone's going to have it. So it's not going to go up in value. The reason why a lot of these things held value is because the time, let's say comic books. There was a lot of comic books that were being during like the Bronze Age or the Golden Age of comics when they were recycling everything. So a lot of comics were getting destroyed for the war efforts. So if you have comics at that time, it's very rare. In the 90s, because people were selling the little comics, making money, DC and then Marvel, but DC fucked over the whole comics industry because what they started doing is, we sold out. Okay, second printing. So then they started doing second printing, third printing of comics that were selling. So what happened is, people were buying them all and they made money straight up, but the secondary market suffered. The secondary market fell because now everything is saturated. You have millions of first printing, second printing, third, but you get whatever the fuck you want. And comics in the 90s dropped because of fucking DC's selfishness. Same thing happened in cards. Trading cards and all that, same thing. They saturated the market and the secondary market got destroyed.
First editions are always maintain their value. Like I was watching this.
They maintain their value, but not all the new stuff like 90s and up they were so mass produced that there's a first edition, right? But your first edition is one of a million.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is, but you have limited. Like remember the Batman statue I have?
Yeah.
So when what was it, the Dark Knight or something? What was one of my birthdays? You guys got me a boxed Batman statue, but it's limited. Like it has a plaque on it. It's number 600 out of 3,000 ever produced in the world. So that will maintain. That's what I mean. That will maintain itself. Bro, I saw this thing the other day. It was fucking Lord of the Rings action figures, which were mass produced, right, 10 years ago, and these fucking things were going for like 140,000 a piece. Like I had them brand new in the package. I was like, what?
140?
I was like, a fucking Frodo is it's crazy because it was the first. Yeah, obviously, second, third edition. Nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody's gonna care about the mass produced Batman. But if you could get your hands on limited edition things now, it might be a good investment down the road.
Yeah, it just depends how limited they are because sometimes they say limited edition, but they're not really limited.
And the world is kind of crazy too. Like that guy that bought a hot Cheeto that looks like Harambe for like 50,000. You remember that shit?
Yeah, no, actually,
I was going to bring that up.
You know what? It's interesting that you say the limited edition thing, but they're not limited edition. Yeah. Ferrari was, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were fighting a little bit of a scandal, like a PR scandal a few months ago, because there's this app called VinWiki, right? And they actually have a channel on YouTube. It's pretty good. And what it does is you have a car, so you put in your VIN number and you put in the make and model and special edition, whatever, of your car, and you find other enthusiasts around the world, and you could talk about your cars together. Okay. So when Ferrari was releasing cars, and they were saying like, look, the Ferrari Enzo, there's 400 produced, but only 399 because we gave one to Schumacher, so only 399. But then when people were putting in their VINs on this app, they were figuring out like, wait a second, there's like 470 or 520 cars. And Lambo did the same thing. We have a limited edition run of 60 cars. And people were like, wait a second, all these VIN numbers are legit VINs because car
that's fucking funny.
Yeah, so car manufacturers don't release the VINs, right? So, but when you're putting it in and you're getting your Carfax reports, they're like, wait a second, I was supposed to buy a 60-run limited edition car for 1.2 million. And there's 100 of them out there, and they were fucking losing it, bro. Yeah, and then they were trying to come up with excuses, be like, oh no, it's because technically like that was a pre-production and this, and they're it's all
like,
bullshit.
Look, when we said 100. We meant like spiritually, metaphorically 100. Kind of like how, Starbucks with their names. Venti, large. What's a venti? That means 20. Like, it's just, these are names.
It was an Italian 100.
Yeah,
Could be 95, could be 110. We don't know. Yeah.
Could be 850, to be honest. Like, we're not really, who's counting? Yeah. Berlusconi lets us get away with this shit, so we're... No, I don't know. Oh, fuck. I don't know what they're going to do about that. That's a PR nightmare.
Yeah, because you're not talking about a $50 action figure. You're talking about $1 million hypercar. And a lot of, like, let's be honest, all the people who buy these cars, they buy them because they know that they're investments for them, right? So now imagine you buy this car because you're like, you know what? There's only 50. It's worth $1 million. Perfect. You find out, bro, there's double. You know what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Trading cards and Magic the Gathering cards they still hold value. There's guys on YouTube that I watch. Their whole job is, you know how people do stocks, fucking Sparrow on gold, all that.
I've heard of it.
Like, but their whole life is just that. Every day they're trading stocks, options. These guys, it's old legacy Magic the Gathering trading cards, buying and selling. You get it? So they'll go to a guy, they'll buy, but we're talking about stuff sometimes on pallets. They'll even buy new shit, some old shit, but mostly it's the legacy stuff. And they'll get let's say they'll get a box of cards that's worth fucking, I don't know, $8,000, and then another one here. So one day he's trading this. He's like, if I open it, I might get one card in there that's hard to find. That this card alone is worth 20 G's or whatever, 10 G's or. So, and that's how they do it. And they trade. They go, I buy it from this guy at this price. I sell to this guy at this price. They do the same thing people do with like shares, but with Magic the Gathering trading cards. Insanity, bro. And they document all this thing. It's crazy. It's like, we're going to visit this guy now, and he's paying $50K to unbox this thing or whatever. And like, what in the fuck? Like, how much expendable cash do you have where you're like, here's $10,000, give me that pack of cards from the 90s so I can see if I get anything good.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's 10 G's, bro.
Yeah. Like, psychologically, how you're still stuck 40 years ago. Like,
it could be that too, but it's just but I guess if you have the money, let's say if you're a millionaire and to you it's like, fuck it, but it's still crazy waste of money.
It still is nuts, yeah. If you're a multimillionaire, LaFleur.
Stop saying that.
Multi-millionaires don't concern themselves with little things like this. It's mostly people who they don't manage their time well.
Yeah.
And that's often why people don't become richer, because they focus too much.
But I mean, the guys that are doing this are making a killing.
I'm sure some of them are, but I'm sure a lot of them didn't, right? Yeah. It's like the stock market. Some of them, the 1% is going to make money and off the back of everybody else. But
no way. Black Lotus has gone to 100K. Are you shitting me, A-Trex? That can't be real. It was 15K last time I saw.
8-Trex are 100K.
No, Black Lotus, the card from Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
100K? Dude, there was a $15,000 card, bro. If it's $100,000, no, that's insane.
Go look at a first edition Charizard. I think the last one sold for almost $1 million.
No.
I had a Charizard too.
Yeah, bro. Okay, it was graded 10 on 10, which is extremely rare. But you're talking about $1 million, bro, for a fucking card that you got for 25 cents back in the day.
Yeah, bro. No, it wasn't 25 cents. That was
whatever. It was like $10.
That was $20 when I was, and that was an expensive card.
Remember the place on Saint-Hubert, the comic book store?
Yeah, no, I would go on Van Horn. It used to be a connection.
They're on eBay right now. There's the Holy Grail Pikachu.
What's that?
We're going for almost $4 million. 3.630.
Just fucking round it up.
3.7 million.
Okay. That's
wow.
insane. And these cards, like, years ago on Saint-Hubert, like, we had gotten out of work because they're older. But I remember seeing them. Okay, yeah, they were selling for, like you said, $50, $100 because they were rare, right?
Even
like,
100 if you knew.
Yeah, and you're like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to pay $100 for a fucking Charizard. Now who's the idiots?
It's the most valuable Pokemon card.
Yeah.
Dude, if I knew.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You didn't, right? But now you have the chance to, in the future, like, it's in retrospect. You didn't know.
Well, what I do have is I do have boxes of like still cards and I don't know what I have. I have a lot of sports cards. I have a lot of hockey cards. Remember,
this card is going for $3.7 million.
Those cards in Japanese, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the first ones ever made.
Poseidon has boxes full of used condoms that might maybe worth something one day.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up, eh?
Limited edition ones.
Did you go through my stuff again?
Glow in the dark ones, ripped ones. Yeah. No, it's
I like how
sick.
Silver and Gold's like, who cares? $3.7 million. Look at this shit. We're talking about small stuff now.
3.7. I just happen to have 6 of those.
How the fuck is that worth more than gold, bro? It's a cardboard.
US.
It's a piece of card. It's nothing. It's so light. It's a piece of cardboard. It's worth more.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh,
it's literally
God,
nothing,
bro.
This Charizard base set first edition, $500,000.
I'm telling you, it's fucking crazy.
$350,000 US.
Fucking crazy.
Buy it, people. There's someone out there who's struggling right now and could find a box in his attic and then pay off his debts and buy a house.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. That's kind of a good thing about like that. That must be exciting. That's because you don't have that kind of option in
I think
socialist
I'm going
countries.
through all my old shit.
Yeah. You don't have that kind of option in socialist countries or in communist countries. That's not an option.
No, of course not.
It's like I found a Charizard. No, we found a Charizard. Give it over here. We must ration our potatoes.
Good job, comrade.
Yeah.
We will use this Charizard for Mother Russia and make it great once more.
By the way, Pokemon was an interesting thing because when Pokemon first came out, like here in North America, like I didn't know about the show. I think the show may have come out a little bit later because I first heard about it.
I think the show came out before.
I don't know because
the show came. He's right. I think the cards came out right before, and nobody knew what the fuck it was until the show. You know,
it was the Game Boy.
The
Yeah, it was the Game
best.
Boy game that made them explode here. I remember being in elementary and someone was playing the Game Boy game, and then everybody was playing the Game Boy game, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Blue, red, crystal.
Yeah, blue,
gold,
red. Yeah,
yellow,
well, in the beginning it was just blue and red,
and then yellow,
and then yellow came after a few years. But I remember blue and red. I think the first one I got was blue or red. I don't remember, but and then I got into it and I loved it. I didn't even know there was a show, and I loved the game. I got super addicted, collecting all these little fucking animals. and it revolutionized everything. And then the cards, or maybe the cards even came out first, because then the cards became a huge thing. We didn't even know how to play. We would just all collect them.
Everybody had cards, and we would all sit down to battle, and nobody knew the exact rules because we were too young and we didn't give a fuck about reading the rules. So we were just making it. We're like, nah, like.
I never even played a game of Pokemon card. I've never played a game, but I used to have the cards when I was little. I never knew how to play.
We used to play, but wasn't it like? Oh well, you never played it, but I think it was like you could have one. But then am I thinking of Pokemon or am I thinking of another game? But it was basically like you had one, but you could have like trap cards or the round was
Yu-Gi-Oh.
3 Pokemon. Oh,
Now the trap,
remember? Yeah, you had like trap cards.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh.
So
and
I'll be like, oh, look at this. And you're like, no, that's fucking bullshit. And you start screaming and fucking throwing things at each other.
now the media throws trap cards. Cardi B, bam. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And all that shit. We didn't know what the fuck we were getting ourselves into. And then those little time wasters. People are selling for $3 million. It's completely fucking insane.
I have a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards at home. I think at my mom's place. I have to go find them. And I think I have a.
You think you have anything of value?
I don't know.
You can't give me names because I'd never played that game. I don't know anything about it.
I think I have one of the original Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh,
there's no way. I heard because that's the only card that I know of. I heard that's like the most expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever had that. I don't believe you.
I have 3 of them.
I don't believe you.
Just because it's Poseidon.
Yeah.
Fuck who you, bro?
To be honest, you could tell me right now that you own a sweater, and I'll second guess it
Why?
because you're a liar.
It's you. Yeah, it's you. No, but
how much do those go for?
I don't think they're as much as Pokemon.
No,
But they're probably still up there. Yeah.
Because if he opens his phone, he's like, yeah, it's like a quarter mil each. And I think I have at my mom's 3.
Your mother's getting the beating of her life.
No, but just how you know he's lying is because no adult, if there's that much value in a shoebox in his mom's house.
No, but not worth $250,000. They're worth like a couple thousand.
No, but maybe he didn't realize until this very moment.
Until this conversation.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it's worth
like
10
this
cents.
one. This one goes for $5,000.
Which one? The Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Yeah, but I don't think I have this one. I think this one's a
No,
first print
yeah.
one.
Jorge says you have one from the starter deck Kaiba, which are 10 cents each.
No, I think I have an SDK 0. Yeah, you gotta have. It's gotta be SDK 001. The code.
Yeah, it ain't. It's a common LOB from Kaiba starter deck. Ain't worth shit. Oh, I guess it's a few people have had that
Yeah,
one.
it's like the hockey cards. Remember?
That's why you have 3. Yeah.
Remember, like back in the day, hockey cards. If they were, I think the most valuable ones are top deck or
Upper Deck was the brand. I had fucking.
I think top was the actual ones that get graded and they're worth a lot. And then it's like a lot of the other ones that we would buy. Like even if you have, let's say, a Wayne Gretzky first edition of that brand, it's not really worth shit.
Hold on, guys. Gary Atlas just wrote, when Pokemon became a thing in Belgium, so like 2015, federal senator woman. So a federal senator who is a woman tried to launch a campaign against it because, and he's quoting, it teaches children that slavery is a good thing.
Oh, because they were held captive in the Pokeballs?
Well, they were pretty happy. They weren't captive. I think it was the cotton picking episode on TV. That's what did it for them.
No, Charizard was always pissed off. He was never happy. Like Ash would just release him and you just sit there and
bro,
be like,
that is
you.
fucking hilarious. It's like these kids are playing Trigger. She comes out, she's like, guys, there's a problem with this fucking show. It promotes slavery.
You know what? Her fault is being a politician in Belgium. She should just move to North America with cancel culture.
Yeah, now it would work. Yeah,
with AOC and shit.
But that's pretty funny. That's excessive.
That is funny.
It promotes slavery. Like, what about Roots? No, that's cool.
Yeah.
What? Roots?
That's okay. But it's just where she finds the.
Yeah, no, it's like Pepe Le Pew and all these things are offensive, but it's fine for your fucking 12-year-old to be playing Call of Duty, blowing people's brains out at 2 a.m. and just bombing Afghan villages. That's cool.
The best part about Pepe Le Pew when he got canceled was that the same week. Wet ass pussy was charting everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's videos people with their kids is playing like wet ass, and like wet ass pussy. And like Pepe Le Pew is crazy, very bad.
Yeah.
Or how
wet ass pussy is empowering because it was made by women, like by women, so it's empowering.
Is that what it is? I never heard that argument. That's fine.
Yeah, no, but that's the argument. It's like because it's a feminist and it's empowering.
Yeah, and if we find out that Pepe Le Pew was written by a lady, what are we all gonna say?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
And it's funny they shit on that. Meanwhile, in Northern Europe, these Northern European countries, they launched that show, the show with the old man with a very long, elongated penis that stretches.
Oh yeah, that was Finland. I
haven't
think.
seen that. Finland, yeah.
Finland or Norway, maybe.
Oh, what?
One of the Scandinaves, bro.
Yeah, one of the
Stretchy penis man.
Yeah, bro,
You haven't
and
seen that?
No.
It's a
it
children's
was
show.
It was a children's show, and he had this penis that would stretch out to very long, like very. It would
Like
get
what? It
very
would go
long.
do groceries for him?
Yeah, I would do groceries. He would barbecue with it. With children.
Barbecue his dick.
That guy's flipping burgers with a naked dick.
It would hold on to the spatula, bro, and it would flip burgers and shit. I was a kid. It would water the grass and shit. Yeah, crazy shit, bro.
Water the
I
grass,
think
bro.
Finland. Yeah,
It's a children's show written by a shitty porn director.
bro. Because I covered it on one of my In Bed with Poseidons.
Oh, you
a
covered. You
long
had to
time
cover
ago.
it, bro. You had to censor it.
A fan had sent it to me. I was like, this is ridiculous. And it was around the time they were banning other shit. I'm like, hold on, they're bitching about this, bro. But what about this, bro? I'm like,
But what's crazy is those are countries that's a high concentration of just white people. That's why you need diversity, bro. You need diversity, bro, or else you have giant penises cooking steaks, bro. And it is a children's show. That's the crazy thing. They're puppets.
yeah.
It's like kind of our Sesame
Oh,
Street.
it's not animated.
No, it's puppets and it's real kids and puppets.
No, it's
He's a puppet.
It looks like Play-Doh type of shit. You
He's
know?
a claymation.
claymation.
yeah, shit like that. Yeah. Look, hold on.
Fuck, I remember claymation back in the day was the shit growing up. Like when we were young, remember
Oh,
like the Christmas
now it's the cocks.
the Christmas movies? Yeah, it went from abominable snowman to fucking abominable penis. Like,
Giant penis. But could you imagine that people in Norway are just like, yeah, it's a children's show. What's the problem? Why are you guys being weird?
what?
You never seen a giant penis cook a steak and do the groceries before? You fucking bigot. It's crazy.
No, there's a 7'2".
Denmark launches children's TV show about man with giant penis.
Denmark is like
Oh, it's Denmark.
it's like fringe.
Denmark. That's
Scandinavia.
weird because Denmark seems like it's
it's fringe Scandinavia.
yeah, it's not as fucked up as the rest of them. I'm surprised that they have a penis show for kids.
Oh, you're fucking kidding. I made a joke about him barbecuing with his penis. It's literally him barbecuing with his penis.
Let me see.
Look at this. I just
Oh my god!
like I just
no. That's
Malaga-
Photoshop. Give it to me.
That's
Can
not Photoshop.
Can I foresee the future? Like here. Like I love how it bends. It's not even straight to the grill. Like it fucking curves to
What
the grill.
in the fuck? Well, do they see what the point is of this?
Oh yeah, they do. Hold on, because I had covered it. Hold on. No. Critics condemn idea of animated series about a man who cannot control his penis. He cannot control it.
Wait, so it's animated.
Yes.
You're fucking all over
But
the
others
place.
have backed it. Yeah.
Well, it's all
it is
animated. Claymation's animated.
Whatever, bro.
He can't control his penis.
John, they gave him a name. John Dillermand has an extraordinary penis. So
Wait, what's his name?
extraordinary- John Dillermand.
John Dillerman.
Dillermand.
Man, John Dillermand. Like
Sorry,
even
my
a shit
sinuses
name, bro. It sounds like it's a story about a real rapist.
In
They should
fact,
call him John Dildo Man.
in fact, that it can perform rescue operations, etch murals, hoist the flag, and even steal ice cream from children.
Why is your penis in that girl's mouth? I'm rescuing her.
Oh, no.
She was drowning in her bed.
Your penis is hoisting the flag, bro.
The Danish equivalent of the BBC DR has a new animated series aimed at 4 to 8 year olds about John Dillerman, the man with the world's longest penis who overcomes his hardships and challenges with his record-breaking genitals. Unsurprisingly, the series has provoked debate about what good children's television should and should not contain. Since premiering on Saturday, opponents have condemned the idea of a man who cannot control his penis. Is this really the message we want to send to children while we are in the middle of a huge #MeToo wave? Wrote Danish author Annelise Marstrand Jorgensen. The show comes just months after the TV presenter Sophie Lind kickstarted Denmark's #MeToo movement. Hold on. Yeah, so basically,
Can I just say something real quick?
Before you do,
what's more fucked up though? What's more fucked up? The fact that there's a show with a man with a giant penis, or that we're questioning what's acceptable.
That's what I was going to tell you.
for
The
children
fact
to
that this
watch.
woman had to come out and be like, guys, are we sure about this? The fact that you let her come out, that it had to get to that level, shows that we're fucked.
yeah.
The fact that there's other parents being like, what do you want to watch? Dinosaurs or the guy with a huge dick that's saving people?
No, you know what's-
look, it gets caught in the bus, bro.
You know what's funny? He goes in from the front door, but his penis is stuck in the back door.
Yeah,
He picked up a dryer, bro. A fucking washing machine with his dick.
With his penis.
I feel like now you're just jealous of the penis games.
I'm very jealous. I wish I had this penis.
Suddenly, I feel inferior for many reasons. I've never been able to pick up a washing machine with my penis. Bro, he didn't pick it up. He fished it out of a river.
He fished a dryer out of a river with his penis.
He's combating world pollution. No, but the guy's combating pollution with his penis. He looks like Yvonne of the Yukon.
He's fighting a lion.
With his dick?
Yeah. This is just a very rapey Waldo.
This is...
Can you explain to me how... Can you explain to me how here in North America...
What's the name of the guy who wrote it? How funny would it be? Written by
Jorgensen.
Johnny Dillerbrand. Based on actual events.
It's not a cartoon, it's a documentary.
Yeah. The guy's just like, I have such big penis. You all must recognize my big penis.
The show's creator, Jacob Lay. A father of 2 young girls and a boy. I
feel like he's trying to explain a lot of shit away.
Yeah.
When we were young, Dad would make us ride on his penis. He's like, why would you do that? It was research. I wrote Johnny Dillerbrand.
He claimed that the show is about removing shame and embarrassment when it comes to our bodies without sexualization.
No, you know what? He's right, bro. He's right. Stop shaming big penises. I'm fucking fed up of it.
He's fighting a lion, bro, with his giant penis.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's rendering services. Who else would fight a
nuts.
lion if it wasn't for John Dillerman? He's like the modern day Hercules. He has labors.
What other shows
I
are
remember
there
freaking
like
out
that?
about this on one of my embeds.
You know what's more fucked up?
Joker says that there's so many shows like that in the 2000s. What other show did that?
In the
No. Some shows, what do you mean? A lot of cartoons had a lot of undertones of sexual stuff. Like,
But undertones, even Disney stuff has that.
Bro,
I'm
bro,
talking about overt
Bro, there's a
like
difference
this.
between
I
an
don't think there
undertone
was.
and the guy using his penis to drive a
I
bus.
don't think-
Adult jokes like Pixar has, where only the adults are gonna laugh at, and
Exactly.
the kids. That's fine. They do that so parents could take their kids to the theater. It's not the same as being like, "Yo, let me rescue that girl with my giant penis." That's
I
weird.
don't think they had anything like that in 2000.
North America, I don't remember that shit.
No, I don't remember it either.
Unless we just forgot about these giant penises.
Nah, I think the closest thing we had was Mr. Rogers, or who was the one who turned
No,
out to
Mr.
be
Rogers didn't do anything.
No, Mr. Dressup? Who was it? The one of them came out right a few years ago after the show, and he was a child molester.
No, look, Pee Wee Herman was caught masturbating in a porno theater, but in his defense, that's what you do in a porno theater.
I've never experienced the porno theater.
We didn't call you out on that. No. That was a weird defense.
Yeah.
That's like, there's been a series of rapes in Jerry Park, and it's like, and we have, an unsolicited message from local man Poseidon. He says it wasn't him. Was never asked, just came out with that.
You know what? You're one of those people that would walk into like a trial or a courtroom just as a witness or just to testify, and you would incriminate yourself so bad they would probably end up arresting you over the
similar
person who was-
things. Yeah.
yeah. Like, so where were you that night? Did you see the car accident? No, I didn't see the car accident. I was too busy raping this little girl over there back in the lane. But that car accident I had nothing to do with over there.
Ren and Stimpy was a good show, but a better show that doesn't get the recognition it should back in the day was Animaniacs. Animaniacs was smart.
I remember Animaniacs.
Yeah, it was
Kinda.
smart.
Oh,
It was smart.
you just unlocked a deep memory.
Did I? Animaniacs was a smart cartoon, but I don't know. Maybe they talked too
Yeah, I
much
remember
shit.
this.
It was before Family Guy.
It was a smart cartoon. Fucking Magic School Bus. In the
Well,
sense that
it taught you
actually
things.
you shit. Yeah.
That's how I learned about echoes and like school teachers with powers.
Pickles and cucumbers are the same thing. I remember the episode. I was like, bro, it was mind-boggling. I was like, no way.
me was looking at how sound vibrates and bounces, and I was like, what?
Bro,
I remember they had one about the Olympics, and they got really small like they do, and they went into a muscle tissue, and they were saying how oxygen helps the blood flow. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
And then they go to the Russian athletes like, these are steroids.
have you guys seen?
dies, he dies.
You know what show I'm starting to dislike more and more? Family Guy.
Didn't they become a little bit woke?
No,
recently?
not because of the woke.
Stupid humor.
Yeah, I started to. So there's
Scatological humor.
yeah. So there's been a lot of years of good jokes that I laughed at with that, right? But then for some reason lately I've been paying attention to it, and I was like, oh fuck, this is it's like these non sequitur. Just what's the dumbest thing you could
dumbed
think
down.
of?
Yeah,
Let me
it's
just
dumbed
put together like, what's the easiest way to the? I don't know. It just seems. And they were always talking about them in the same breath as the old Simpsons and the old South Park, but
No.
them or the Simpsons, neither of them touch South Park. First of all,
Yeah.
South Park's reverence and all, none of it. But yeah, I was like, it's not as. like it was funnier back then, but it's not as good as I thought it was. Even though the acting, they still have like the one who plays Lois and her, like some of the best voices that I love. But yeah, it's not as good as you think.
No, it's dumbed down a lot.
Yeah.
They're just going after the stupid joke to get the laughs rather than the meaning.
The narrative,
behind
and the meat, yeah.
Like what I saw recently from Family Guy, there was like a dude in an African village. He trips over like how Peter Griffin does. You remember the
with a giant chicken.
Yeah, and then the black guy trips over and falls, hurts his knee, and he goes.
I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah,
But it wasn't that funny.
Like,
It's okay. It's not.
Moonbit.
Yeah. South Park, you can watch it all online. That's what I like about them.
Yeah.
It's hard to find.
There's a website just for that. They have all their episodes.
It wouldn't work. It doesn't work in Canada.
What do you mean? It doesn't work? I that's how I always watch it.
What is it? All SP.
But also, you have Crave.
Oh, it's on Crave?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
No, but I always loved South Park. Like, we loved it when we were young because it was the first show and the first interaction we had, I think, where it's like swearing and real, like, I remember.
Adult subject matter.
Like, I remember when the movie came out, I was maybe 13.
I snuck into that in Côte d'Ivoire.
All of us snuck into it. Like, Kyle's mom's a big fat bitch, big fat bitch, big fat bro. We were all singing in the bus.
Oh, Kyle's mom's a bitch, she's big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a mean old bitch, she has to be hair, she's a big bitch.
bitch. And we're like 12
she's
years
a stupid
old.
bitch. Kyle's a bitch. I remember.
What happened is we went for the entertainment.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
You're a cocksucking ass licking Uncle Fucker.
Yeah, I remember that.
You're an Uncle Fucker. Yes, it's true. Nobody fucks uncles but
quite
like you.
Yeah. Nobody fucks uncles quite like you. He goes, yeah, it's the funniest thing.
But so we went for the entertainment, or we went for the wow factor, but we stayed because as we were growing up, we're like, okay, aside from all the profanity, it was actual like it.
Well, it was all relevant.
It was relevant, yeah.
They would speak about the current culture climate. So when you were a kid, you wouldn't realize it, but you'd be like, oh, fuck, I feel like I'm in the know. Because they'd make fun of something that then was on the news or was being talked about.
But I feel like they would make fun of something that you would naturally make fun of something.
No, they would, but they would also, like, I remember that was the first... Because, for example, the way now when you talk about, like, let's say racism, for example. Racism exists. There's racism out there. And it depends how you do it. Because you could make fun of it. You could to bring it to light and have fun with it and then make people aware. Now it's not that. Now everything has to be overt. Like, did you not hire him because he's mad? It's crazy. But back then, I remember the South Park thing you're talking about. I remember Chef, he was in the military. They were going to fight Canada. And they go, all right, now let's bring on the frontline workers. And he's looking around. He's like, "This is the first line of our defense. It's called Operation Human Shield." And he looks around him, Chef, and it's only all the black guys in the military. And he's like, "Oh hell no!" He's like, "What the fuck?" Operation Human Shield was all the black guys. So you were young, right? They didn't overtly have to say it just because of what it was called. Chef's reaction. You look around, and you're like, wait, why is it only the black guys the Operation Human Shield? And then you get it. You're like, oh, these motherfuckers were the militaries might have some fucking racist stuff that they do, and this is what they do to black people or whatever the fuck it was. But you would think about it, and they don't have to overtly be like, watch out, this guy's a racist. That guy. You don't have to go through that. You understand that there's some stuff that's racist based on the human that's being made. They didn't stop the episode to inform you of racism. They made a good joke about it so people could laugh about it and go, oh, that's fine. It's like, but that's fucked up though. Like, imagine if you're in your unit and you look around and your unit is only black guys and you're the guys carrying the explosives, like shit like that. Like, because that would happen. Vietnam, that would happen. Yeah. That's what the reference was from. Because they did shit like that. They just wouldn't overtly call it Operation Human Shield. That was the joke. Yeah, but that's them making fun of it, not, you guys should be ashamed of what? I'm not in the military. I didn't do this. Like, what am I ashamed? What the fuck are you talking about?
You can't be ashamed because they're just they're just exemplifying what's real. Like, this is a real situation, or at least it was, or it might still be. So this is what it is.
This is for you. This is for all of us. But you're gonna have fun with this. Jeff Hillman sending top 3 South Park episodes, jokes, or moments.
Okay. For sure, Loch Ness Monster.
I know.
Because for some fucking reason, it's
stayed
just
with
embedded in our psyche.
Yeah.
About 350. Yeah. You know the Loch Ness Monster joke?
No, okay. I'll tell you why you don't know about it. When did we meet?
6 years ago.
Okay. You remember the week that we met? Well, what did we do?
I don't remember.
You remember? Think a bit.
You're asking him to do the impossible.
Legacy was there.
When you guys first met?
Yeah. He first saw me at one of my open mics when I first started comedy.
Yeah,
legacy
I
I
did.
brought him. Yeah. So the week before, something that legacy didn't tell you that you didn't even know is, and you remember this when we were downtown, we were sitting, there was a homeless guy who came to us.
Okay.
He asked us for some change. We didn't have any change. Remember this? We didn't have any change. So then he goes, how else can we help you? Doesn't the motherfucker ask us to help him move?
What?
A homeless guy who asked us to help him move. So we went, put stuff in his cart to help him move. 3 blocks down to a new area where another homeless guy was like, why are they helping you move? Can they help me move? Because we can't both be at the same corner. Remember this? Remember this whole thing?
I remember this.
So then we're like, what the fuck? So now our job is to help these homeless people move. So anyways, so we bring this guy into an alleyway. Now, we go into the alleyway with this new guy who's very tall, is a little fucking weird. He's asked all kinds of questions. We're like, yo, I think maybe this guy's trying to get money off us, whatever. And at the end we noticed, we hadn't noticed the full hour that we were with this guy, that he was actually the Loch Ness Monster, and he was asking us for $3.50. And it was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
He just wanted about $3.50.
About $3.50.
And
we
we're
didn't
like, no, get out of here, Loch Ness Monster. We're not going to give you $3.50. Get a job. It was crazy.
Yeah, he was wearing a trench coat, and we didn't realize the guy was 14 feet tall,
Yeah.
14 stories tall, and a creature from the Paleocrustacean era. And I remember Homer's
He was a creature from the Paleolithic era. But you spoke to him for an hour. Goddamn Loch Ness Monster, you're not going to get me again.
Get off my lawn, Loch Ness, god damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster. Amazing.
And it's amazing because you can fit it exactly for that reason into any context.
Really?
Into any, we'll explain it to you later. So, Loch Ness Monster, 350 for
I
sure.
did it to Alex at his wedding. Alex had a book at his wedding where you write stuff like
right.
congratulations
Go
or
fuck
whatever. You
yourself,
don't remember
yeah.
this?
Yeah, I remember the book.
So I wrote a whole thing. I was drunk and I wrote this whole thing and I took them for a ride. The whole thing is like, yo, I'm so happy to be here. Congratulations on your wedding. Whatever. I met this chick tonight. So they thought like, oh, he has a crush on someone. So they're reading this whole thing. And then, pages, bro. And then we did it. And at the end, it's like, and then she asked for about $3.50. And that's when I realized I was the Loch Ness Monster. He's like, motherfucker. Because Alex called me. Then when he read it, he's like, you fucking took me for a ride. Like me and the wife were like, they were reading like, oh, he fell up with someone tonight. And it was just because I saw the book. I was like,
That's
Loch
fucking
Ness
good.
Monster joke.
That's fucking good.
Yeah.
So Loch Ness Monster. I'm just trying to think of things that stuck. I fucking the movie, like just because it was our childhood. So that movie was for sure one of my favorites.
Well, Uncle Fucker. I'm gonna put Uncle Fucker,
Uncle
Loch Ness
Fucker.
Monster.
And remember back in the day, they used to have Mr. Hanky, the Christmas specials.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit, and he was telling kids like he was a piece of shit, but he was very morally like supportive. She's like, don't forget to wash behind your ears and shit like that. I think that's
So
stuck
Mr.
with
Hanky's
me.
his third. I'm gonna do the same first two as you, even though 3 is too little for South Park. They did so much. But third, since you pick Hanky, I'm gonna pick the devil, and I'll tell you why. Because Satan in South Park, Jesus is funny too, but Satan is something else. Because Satan is this giant, like fucking. Every time it cuts to him, he's like, "Nostos, dumb it!" Like it's fucking Satan, but he's like. He has a gay relationship with Saddam Hussein.
Yes.
But this was before Saddam Hussein was killed in real life. So in the show, he was going to hell, even though in real life it was fucking hilarious. Anyways, and Saddam Hussein would always be like, nah, come on, guy, relax, I bring it here. You need some, you want me to hit you from behind tonight? Yeah? You want me to get to where you like it? Yeah? Come on, Satan, don't be like that. It was fucking hilarious.
Because they were gay, so Saddam Hussein was the bull.
Yeah.
Or like he was the dominant one,
Yeah.
and the Satan was like super feminine. Like, no, I don't feel like doing this tonight. But he was massive.
No, but the way he would talk was amazing. Because Saddam,
Oh,
you don't care about my feelings, Saddam. This is Satan's. Like, you just don't care about my feelings, Saddam. You told me we are gonna get Ben and Jerry's, and we didn't. You just don't care about my feelings. And then his son, Satan's son, comes to South Park once, and every time it cuts to his son, Nostos Dominus. It was Damien. It was like Damien from The Omen, let's say.
Yeah.
And anyways, this whole elaborate thing happens where it was the showdown, Jesus versus Satan in a boxing match, bro. So then they're like, okay, they're gonna box, and then but the devil is like, bro, the size of a
you've told
giraffe.
me this.
Yeah,
You've
he's
told me
huge,
this.
and he's just a stick
He's
figure.
basically the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, he's just a stick, Jesus. And they're practicing, and he's going to punch. He could barely punch. So people are like, oh, fuck, man, I believe in Jesus, but this doesn't look good. So everyone in the town is there, and they all took bets, and they all bet against Jesus because they're like, we want you to win, but you're not going to win. And then they go, and Jesus just taps Satan. He falls like, oh, I'm so hurt. Oh. He has an eye open, Satan. And then he's like, what the fuck? He lost the fight. Everybody's like, what the fuck just happened? And then Satan's like, only one person bet against Jesus. And Satan's like, ha, it was me. he had to take it. He bet against himself. He bet against himself. Yeah, he just did it so he could win. Oh my
Genius. I don't know why this reminded me of Spanish Train.
god, the song?
Yeah,
that was a good song.
Where they're playing poker.
Yeah,
He
what's
slipped another ace.
Chris DeBerg was his name.
Chris DeBerg, yeah.
Yeah,
That
was a good fucking song.
You know what else was a really good? It was actually pretty recent. I think it was in the last like 2-3 years. Not like the super old South Park episodes. It was the one. I think it was 2 or 3 episodes long. The storyline where it was the kids and they were pretending to be ninjas. Do you remember?
Not.
They were pretending to be ninjas. Like they dressed up in all black and they took over like or they built a tree house or some shit. And they were pretending to be ninjas. Like, yeah,
Okay.
But all the residents thought that they were Muslim terrorists.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I loved it. So
Yeah.
they were like calling in bomb threats and shit, and they thought that they were terrorists. It was just kids playing ninjas, bro.
Dude, and because the Christine
shitty
just
walk.
mentioned the WoW episode. The World of Warcraft episode was huge. I don't know if you ever saw it. It was
Bengay.
no.
Get the Bengay.
That was it. So, dude, it's the World of Warcraft episode was hilarious because people were both mad and laughing at it, but a lot of World of Warcraft players were upset. So basically, the kids are in they're playing World of Warcraft, and there's this guy that keeps coming around killing them. He's like got a huge sword, but then you cut to real life. It's this guy, bro. This fucking
It's basically your guy from Resident Evil.
Bro, this huge fucking guy in his basement.
It was,
he's like a 50-year-old, 350-pound guy.
I've seen memes about this guy.
And he's like this clicking.
It's Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, he's like this. He's like this. You know, and his he's like, "Mom, get the like." Is that Cartman wants the
Cartman.
bang but he's that kind of a guy. He's like, "Mom, get me this, get me that." He's in the basement. So, anyways, so now they're the people that make the game at Blizzard. They're like, we got to stop this motherfucker. The only way is we need to send someone in the game to kill him. You know. But this guy, all he does is he's in the game and that's all he plays. So we have to catch him one day and kill him. And then this Chinese guy gets up. He's like, I have a question. How do you kill that which has no life? And it was such a good line. I was like, oh, you fucker. That's hilarious. Yeah, they all got fat playing World of Warcraft. Like,
Ma, he's taking a shit. Ma, get the base.
Yeah,
I think he was
get the
shitting in
bucket.
Yeah, he was shitting in a bucket. Yeah, he didn't want to get up, right? Because they were playing. He's like, Ma, get the bucket. I need the Bengay. Because he had rashes on his ass. And shit.
Oh, bro, it was fucking hilarious because they got so pissed they were all trying to find the guy and kill him because he'd go around kill him and steal their shit.
Remember Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah.
Dude,
Leroy Jenkins.
So Leroy Jenkins was the first meme internet thing that I was exposed to. It was when I was working in video games at VMC the first time. I didn't really know the internet culture, YouTube, all that shit. I didn't know. And someone showed it to me and I laughed. So I didn't even play World of Warcraft. It made me laugh so much.
Well, look, it struck with us for
so many years because essentially people who don't play it's because when you play online multiplayer games, you can have your headset and you could speak to people. You have a party chat. So in this game, World of Warcraft, they're doing raids. Basically, they're getting together. Everyone has their own set of powers or whatever the fuck. You have like healers, you have wizards, paladins, whatever the fuck you have.
Tanks.
There's tanks, like not tanks.
No, there's no tanks in World of Warcraft.
No. The role was the tank.
Okay, like you're supposed to be the brute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give them the small
Like,
context.
we don't care if you're the top or the bottom.
Yeah, we're not going into minutia. Just context people don't understand. So they're talking, and one of the guys is like a super nerd. He's planning everything. He's like, all right, you're gonna go in with a spell on, and you're gonna. And this guy is preparing this fucking raid because apparently it's really hard.
It was
a
cave.
cave,
They had to enter a cave with magic and shit.
Magic, and there's a dragon. It's very hard. So they're all trying to get prepared. So while he's saying this one guy is just like, fuck it, Leroy Jenkins, and he runs in, and they're like, they all go in after him, like, oh god damn it, Leroy, and they're getting killed. He's like, I hate you, Leroy. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I was like,
He goes, Leroy Jenkins. He runs off, and then like there's like a moment of panic, and one guy's like, oh fuck, we gotta help him. So they all start running, like, no. So now you hear them, like they're in the cave, and you just hear them talking. He's like, no, fuck Leroy, god damn it, use the fuck. And they're all getting killed.
You know what? I think it's worth it. We should show this.
Yeah. Leroy.
Like we haven't
remember this.
but it's been so long and it's been so fucking funny. Just so people understand what the fuck it was. Just the way he goes in.
He was he fucked him hard.
The original Leroy. I wonder how many views it has now.
Hundreds of millions.
Bro, just the one that was uploaded 6 years ago has 18 million.
Oh,
That's it.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
That's the
enough.
one from 6 years ago. That's not the original. Let's see here. If you guys tell me if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you can hear it. So
Okay, guys, these eggs have given us a lot of trouble in the past. Does anybody need anything off this guy, or can we bypass him?
I think Leroy needs something from this guy.
Oh, he needs those devout shoulders. Isn't he a paladin?
They're so serious.
Yeah, but that'll help him heal better. He'll have more mana.
Christ. Okay. Well, what we'll do, I'll run in first, gather up all the eggs so we can kind of just, blast them all down with AoE.
So they're preparing, and now he just got up, I think.
Scatter them so we don't have to fight a whole bunch.
No, he's still waiting. Where is he?
When my shout's done,
he's sitting
I'll
down.
need Anthony to come in.
So he's
and drop
not
his
even. He's
shout too.
AFK. He's not even on his
So
keyboard.
we can keep him scattered.
He's not hearing any of this.
When his is done, Bass, of course, will need to run in and do the same thing.
So this is happening, and
We're
he's the
doing
only one
divine
sitting, not on his
intervention
keyboard.
On our mages, so they can AE, so we can, of course, get them down fast, because we're bringing all these guys. I mean, we'll be in trouble if we don't take them down quick. I think it's a pretty good plan. We should be able to pull it off
sounds
this
like
time.
military banter.
Yeah, this is military
what do you think,
banter.
Abdul? Can you give me a number crunch real quick?
Can you give me a number crunch real quick? Bro,
sir.
these guys are using
I'm coming
statistics.
up with
I never went that deep.
32.33, repeating, of course, percentage of survival.
Serious, bro. Serious. Statistically.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do. All right,
thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
He's back.
Look,
took off.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
He just ran in.
Save him!
Oh, geez, stick to the plan.
Oh Jesus, let's go.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan, Jones.
Stick to the plan.
Oh gee, oh fuck. Give me divine intervention. Hurry up.
Stick to the plan.
Shout. He's saying I can't cast. I can't move. Am I lagging, guys? I can't move. What the hell? I can't aim. Oh my god. The eggs keep spawning. More respawning. I don't think you can cast with that shit. Oh my god. Shout. We got it off. I got it. Take it off. Come on, take it off.
Massacre.
Oh my
They're
god.
getting killed.
God damn it, Leroy.
God damn it. Leroy, you moron.
Leroy, you moron.
This is ridiculous.
Dumbass. I'm down, forking down. God damn it. I got killed before I could remove all this. God. Oh, Spiffy, res us.
Why do you do this shit, Leroy? I'm trying.
Why do you do this shit, Leroy? It's not my fault. Oh
We do
my
have a soul
god.
stone up, don't we?
Oh guys, it was so fucking fun. It's not my fault. He says.
I never got into the game as deep as that's hardcore, bro. So what are they saying? Statistics? What,
Bro, these guys are doing fucking topography of the terrain.
Yeah,
like
bro,
what's
what the
going
fuck?
on.
Nah, I never
yeah.
got that deep
No,
into
they were
the game.
Topography of the terrain.
You could take this and just do a voiceover like on a military combat scene, and it would fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
Like that's how serious they are about it.
Yeah, no, I never got that serious into the game. Like I would do raids and shit too, but sometimes I'd win, sometimes I'd lose. I'd be like, yeah, whatever. It was fun.
Give me some, we say, let's crunch some numbers. And this guy gets a calculator, like, yeah, we got 20% chance. It's more than normally.
Yeah.
What are the odds of you getting laid? 0.
-3.
Yeah. I remember, and that was when I found out about World of Warcraft, because everyone where I used to work at the video game place was playing it.
No.
And I was like, I didn't even have, when you're curious, I was like, it didn't feel like it was for me. I was like, it's too much, it's too much
It
happening.
was a lot.
And there was a kid he's a kid. We're all adults. I keep saying kids. Me and Milton were coming with him in the metro one day. We're going back to Park X. And he wasn't going to Park X. He was going somewhere else on the Orange Line, but he was with us initially. And I made fun of him, not on purpose, but it came out really like he got offended.
I know you. I know 2008 Pantelis.
Yeah,
You made fun of him.
But I didn't think he was going to, because he got actually really offended because he's like, what did he say? I go, he's like, I'm a level something paladin or some shit like that.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, and I forgot. I told him, I go, what is that? Like a level 14 virgin? I go, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he's like, no, he goes, it really means a lot to me. This guy used to work full time. He's like, I play this game 50 hours a week.
That's nuts.
And I was like, how's that fucking possible? I go, but you sleep 8 hours a day? He's like, what?
Yeah.
He would play all night, sleep for an hour, go to work, shit like that. He would always be playing. So I was like, that's extreme. Yeah, they got really addicted. And then I knew people that got really. We have people. We have friends that got super addicted. Couples that would play together, super addicted. Hours.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Like this game has destroyed marriages and friendships.
I had made marriages.
Yeah,
People
made
got married in the game.
marriages, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
was there like a whole fad at one point? Like it was all World of Warcraft, like marriages. Like people would come like dressed up in as like paladins and costumes and shit. And
No. There was people would get married. They would
In
never
the-
meet each other, but they would get married in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that shit's way too much. I never delved that deep into the game. Yeah, just like creating new characters, exploring.
I
killing
remember.
shit.
I remember in high school there was StarCraft,
StarCraft was the
StarCraft
shit,
was
bro.
amazing. That's how I got I was deep into StarCraft in like Sec 4, Sec 5, and then obviously CJEP with girls.
I didn't have a computer
grew out of it.
then, but I had gone really into Age of Empires.
Oh, amazing.
Age of Empires, I love building my
Age of Mythology.
I remember
Yeah.
the cataphracts.
but it didn't I
heavy
didn't get into
cavalry.
online gaming. It never happened.
Age of Mythology?
I like playing by myself.
Phenomenal.
But bro, you played the way you played was insane, bro. I've never played like that. You
but do you know-
created, you made a Titan, bro.
Bro, do you know what I
never
did to him?
I never even knew you can make a Titan. By
Yeah,
the
but
game.
because that's
And I
because
used
he
to-
plays it
Yeah.
like a professional. Like
Like,
that's all
yeah,
he
I would
does.
just
Click,
play
click,
it
click,
for
click,
fun.
click,
You
click.
know what's crazy? I played Age of Mythology so long with like Alex and stuff. Like not even before Alex, with friends from high school. Where I got so good that even though I haven't played it in years, I go back
And you still-
instantly like
yeah.
just slaughter. Like
That's-
he thought he's like, oh bro, I'm gonna.
It's like me in Pro Evolution
The
Soccer.
game was over in the first 5 minutes. Realistically, like I could have slaughtered you.
That's nuts, bro.
Poseidon. Where are they gonna find you next?
The Poseidon 69 on Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram and Twitter. You're on both.
Yeah, and twitch.tv/Poseidon69. I might live stream Warzone tonight.
Warzone.
Warzone.
Patreon.com/Pantelis is where you're going to go sign up for the Pantelis Nation. Join us. We're giving away more shirts this month as usual. Plus, it's the only place you get in bed with Poseidon. It's the place where you get podcasts first. That's Frenchcast and the Pantelis podcast. There's a new episode of the podcast with Bruce Hills, president of Just for Laughs, up right now for the patrons. It comes out tomorrow for everyone else. I got a couple of good stories out of him. It was really interesting. They got to make that kind of stuff, like the original story of Just for Laughs. They got to make it into a movie. Just seeing these comics come up and stuff, that would be fucking fun. Anyways, 2 Drink Minimum coming at you this Wednesday. The episode's up everywhere. We might put it as a premiere on Tuesday if we feel like it, but it will be recorded early tomorrow. So you're going to get it better than usual, I guess. It's going to be high quality. He's going to produce it in this studio, not like the other one that we do. You could catch Viron hiding out in your backyard. He's somewhere. He's looking at you. He's looking to steal your burgers. He does have a giant Danish penis. He's able to fish dryers out of wells. As for the intellectuals, we don't know when it's going to be back. We're waiting for Guido to make his escape. As soon as he does, we'll record an episode and he'll explain the situation himself. I don't know it well enough to tell you what the fuck happened, so we'll wait for him to do that. So
He probably doesn't even know.
he probably doesn't even know. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Don't forget to sign up, tell your friends. Thank you guys, and go fuck yourselves.